Okay, so here we have yet another video with my Twitch chat. We're going to be going through the Unbreakable Sphere event. Unbreakable Sphere is I have not watched any of it yet. Unlike most of the other content that I reacted to for Nikke lore, I have not actually watched this one in advance yet. Like, while rewatching it can still get me emotional like it has in the past. It's kind of rough. I'm watching this one. These are going to be honest to God reactions. First, straight up. This is going to be my first time watching it. I've played through the whole event. I've unlocked everything. I've unlocked all of the collectibles, all the little environmentals, and we're going to watch all the environmentals after we watch the event story. I want to stress, this is going to be a blind react. I'm with this. I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm going to try to tie this into the main story. I'm not sure how it's going to tie in. I'm not sure if it's going to tie in at the end of chapter 35, 36, or after chapter 38. I don't know where it's going to tie in. I will probably immediately be able to tie it in after, though. So we're going to watch, and then I'm going to explain everything, explain how it ties into the main story, because I'm sure, 100% sure it does. And then we'll be moving into the side lore, the environmental, and like, I don't know, whatever else is in there. Without further ado, let's go into, like, I heard from a friend that the final cutscene is fully animated, and that it is so peak. I'm expecting to get emotional at the end of this. I'm expecting it. It better do its fucking job, okay? So let's see how huge this event is. I know this is going to take place after the events of Mudfish and after most of the events of the main story, if it takes place in the main story, which I'm sure it does. They said it's around Siren, and that in the last few story chapters, it seems that Cinderella and Grave already know where Siren probably is, and that those two promise that they'll come back with her, that they'll bring back all three of them when they come back. I don't know if Siren's going to be found in this event or not. I'm guessing she will be. This is a rough guess. Let's go. Because Nikke's story is so peak.
AA pillar deployment to eliminate the so-called crystal region. The objective is to eradicate all of the E2 crystals in the crystal region and complete the groundwork for the future expansion of Reclamation Site 01. Shifty, are you ready?
Yes. I received word that the commander and the counter squad are en route to another location.
I'll be back while this is playing through.
Information from the Central Government Intelligence Department. We've become aware there are no squads that have been officially deployed to the Crystal region. Of course, we can't discount the fact that there might be squads who came up unofficially. But who would do that? No one else can compare to the counters.
Good. As long as nothing unusual happens at the AA Pillar landing site, no Nikke should be caught up in any trouble. Let's commence the operation. AA Pillar launch sequence ready.
AA Pillar landing coordinates set.
Confirming landing coordinates. Firing AA Pillar towards the guide signal. Launch complete. Transferring control to the operator until landing.
Control transfer complete. Now then, if we do this, and this... All set. Landing now. Landing in 3 minutes? Wow, the AA pillar descends much slower than the A pillar. Maybe because it's so much larger.
The energy contained within it is significantly greater than that of the A pillar. Sorry, but this appears to be an urgent call.
It's okay, take it.
Mihara? What is it? You've captured a rare specimen? Where are you right now? Sorry? Get away! away from there immediately.
Oh no.
Mana, I'm picking up a strange signal near the AA pillar.
What?
A colossal entity of some kind comes out from under the ground. Okay, here's how this is obviously gluttony. Here's a size comparison. Whole ass skyscrapers. And this is how big the motherfucker is. Each one of those windows is a story. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 stories tall. Or taller. This thing could be larger. Because it's underground, too. But just the head of Gluttony is 18 stories tall. That is fucking huge. This thing is massive. The AA pillar is swallowed whole by what seems to be a massive mouth.
What is that thing?
That's...
That thing just swallowed the entire AA pillar.
This is an emergency. Contact Art Command. Tell them codename Gluttony has appeared.
I hear the sound of something falling in the water, and my body begins to sink underneath the surface. I think I'm drowning. How long can a Nikke breathe underwater again? How long can my body last? No one's here. Who will come to save me? If I knew this would happen, I wouldn't have accepted that offer. No matter how miserable life got, I didn't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Someone save me. Please. You won't die. Someone grabs my hand, which is flailing desperately. No matter what happens, you're not dying. I promise. I feel the warmth of someone else's hand grasping mine, and I hear a soothing
Sounds
voice.
like Siren.
I close my eyes.
That means Little Mermaid. Mori opens her
What is this
eyes.
place?
Mori slowly looks around. Schools of fish leisurely swim past what seems to be a transparent barrier. It's as if Mori is submerged in the ocean. Siren. Mori turns her head towards
Is
the
that
voice.
a fairy?
I'm not a fairy.
Where am I?
Fairy. So cute. Hey there. About time you came to.
Who are you?
Mori
What is
quietly
this
backs
place?
up.
Where did you bring me?
We're all Nikkes, aren't we? Are you a Nikke too?
A Nikke?
Yeah. And we're at the bottom of the ocean right now. Isn't that amazing?
We're underwater? Don't be ridiculous. Do you really think I'd fall for that?
I know it's hard to believe. I was thinking the same thing only a few minutes ago.
What?
Uni and I woke up just a little while ago too. It seems like we were in a shipwreck, like you. Isn't that right, Uni?
What is going on?
What are your names, by the way? I have to be able to call you something.
You weren't traveling together?
Nope. This is my first time seeing her. I'll kick off the introductions.
Hmm.
I'm Mihara. And this is my partner, Uni, who is dear to me.
Cool.
As you can see, Uni is a little different than the usual Nikke. She communicates with these vocalizations that I personally find adorable. She still understands everything we're saying, though, so you'll still be able to communicate with her. It fascinates me every time I see it. A Nikke who communicates by making similar sounds as Uni. The world really does contain all sorts of wonders. So, what's your name?
Siren!
That's a pretty name. And you, kiddo?
Who are you calling kiddo?
Tell us your name and I won't have to call you that.
Mori.
Good. Now that we all know each other's names, any chance you can fill us in on where we are?
I saw you falling into the ocean near the bubble tree. I saved you. And waited until you came to.
Wow. So you saved us. Thanks a bunch.
So, are we really underwater right now? Uh-huh. Don't lie. How can we be underwater? We're all able to breathe perfectly normal.
Is that transparent barrier protecting us?
Barrier?
Mori turns her head and looks upward. Massive barrier comes into view, holding back the seawater and the marine life
It's
from pouring
actually
down
true.
on them.
So this place really is at the bottom of the ocean?
I never knew a place like this existed. So mysterious.
Interesting.
Could it be a new lost sector? Siren would certainly be happy to hear that.
How do we get back up? Oh. Is there any way to get back up to the surface from here? Oh, I will make one. Excuse me? You mean there isn't a way to get back up now?
Huh.
Oh. In other words, we're trapped down here? No, this can't be happening. I need to go. If I don't get out of here, I'll lose the opportunity I worked so hard for. Calm down. This is all one big lie. I don't believe we're underwater for a second. How do we know that so-called barrier isn't some kind of projection? Or a hologram? Oh,
Old mermaid frantically shakes her
I'm
head.
not waiting around. Get out of my way. I've got to get out of here right now.
How about we all settle down for a moment and get some food in us first?
I'm confused what's going on a little bit right now, but I'm gonna try to explain my thoughts here. So, I thought Siren / Little Mermaid was swallowed by gluttony. Did she somehow make it out? I'm confused. So we're gonna have to see where this goes. This ain't making a whole lot of sense to me at the moment, but it's Nikke. Nikke is gonna wrap things up very nice. It's gonna explain everything very well. It's Nikke story writing. It's going to. But right now, I'm a little lost. Should probably turn the lights on. It's starting to get a little hard to see my face. It's getting dark outside now. I've been streaming for like 11 hours now. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a little lost. I don't know where this is going. Mori bites into the chocolate, splitting them in her hand. Nom nom.
What are you looking at? Is it tasty? If it wasn't, do you think I'd be eating it? Now stop staring at me as I eat.
It's good to see you eating so enthusiastically. I was afraid your wariness would diminish your appetite.
I'll never have a problem eating.
You're cute.
Stop calling me cute.
Thanks for giving us something to eat, Siren.
It's my first time having guests. Thank you for coming and enjoying yourselves.
You mean that we're the first ones to come here?
Uh-huh.
That's why you don't have a way to go back to the surface right now. You've never gotten anyone out of here before.
That's right. Still, I will send you all back. If I try doing the opposite of how I rescued you, it might be possible. And how did you rescue us? Uh-huh.
Little Mermaid extends her hand. A purple sphere swarms at her fingertips.
What is that?
It's called a bubble. I was able to save you by putting you in one of these. How is a Nikke capable of making something like that?
Are you sure you're not a fairy after all?
Little Mermaid shakes her head.
I'm just kidding around. So, that's what you used to save us, huh?
Yes! I have the power of the Kotodama! A power which I can also imbue the bubbles with! It means I don't have to physically move them myself. That's how I was able to control the bubbles to transport you all here safely.
Kotodama?
What's that? Are you using this Kotodama thing now? Oh no! Certainly not. In the past, I wasn't able to control it as well. And uttering a single word would be enough to unleash it. But then, a long time ago, I spent some time with a friend, and we spoke many words to each other. That's when I realized what a joyful experience speaking with someone could be. After that, I looked into a way to form bubbles inside my throat as a way to be able to control the Kotodama. That's how I won't use the Kotodama against either of you accidentally.
Good to know.
Why don't you use that power now and send us back up? I'm sorry. I used too many bubbles when I rescued you. So now I need a while to recover. For how long? 1 month? For a whole month?
Mori stands
I
up.
can't wait that long. I need to go. Maybe I can swim out of here somehow. If you leave this bubble, you will die. We are Nikkes after all.
You seem awfully certain.
Because it's the truth. I don't trust you. How am I supposed to trust How am I supposed to trust a stranger I just met telling me I've got to spend an entire month cooped up with them? I'm going to...
Mori, it would be best not to leave.
Are you really taking her at her word?
I am. She seems quite certain of what she's saying. There must be a reason for that. I like living on the edge and taking risks too, but I wouldn't gamble with Uni's life. I don't know what urgent matters you have, but surely it would be foolish to gamble with your own life.
That may be true, but I will get you out! I will make sure to send you back up to the surface! I promise! So please, be patient and wait for a little while. A little while? I'm going to be waiting for an entire month? Fine, but not a moment longer. Oh!
Little Mermaid smiles brightly.
What are you smiling for? Oh, nothing.
I'm glad we were able to come to an agreeable conclusion. Siren, is there anything we can do to help while you make the bubble for our escape? We don't need to do anything?
Oh, no you don't. You'll just end up changing your mind later and roping us into helping with something. I can't stand that kind of thing.
We don't want to take without giving something back. Please, let us help. We can do anything.
In that case...
Wow. Look at all this stuff.
Mori, Uni, and Mahara gaze upon the open space. The destroyed remains of plans, buildings, submarines, and more lie scattered everywhere.
That thing over there. I'm certain that I've seen it before. Was it called an AA pillar?
Wait a fucking minute. Hold up. I may be speculating here.
So that's what it's called.
AA Pillar. Mahara, who was on the phone with Mana, Siren all in the same place. Could it be that Siren has survived inside a gluttony for 70 plus years? And they're all inside a gluttony? This may be fired from the hip, and this may have a lot of this may be completely off base. But there's seawater, there's marine life. Gluttony can't absorb those. It swallows everything. Buildings, skyscrapers, seawater, sea life, the AA pillar, fucking marine life, and plants, and I don't know. I may be a little wrong here, but we'll see. We'll see about that.
There's a large amount of energy still stored inside it, but it seems to have stopped working. So I decided to leave it here.
There sure are a lot of fascinating things in this place.
We offer our help, and this is where you bring us? Let me guess. You want us to start rummaging through this stuff? Look around and bring back anything that appears useful. Up until now, I've been alone and thus didn't need much. Now, however, there are several of us. If it's too much to ask, you don't have to. It's fine. You want us to scavenge for materials, is that it? Oh. Okay, fine. You can go. We'll do as we're told. Oh. I can't believe I'm doing this.
We'll only try to destroy the direct plane.
Sifting through wreckage for valuable items sounds fun to me. Don't you agree, Uni? Well, we're going to get to it. Good luck making those bubbles, Siren.
A few moments
What
later.
the heck are those?
Bounce back. Moist stares at the floating bubbles hopping on top of the
Right.
plane.
Those were all made up of bubbles. Didn't she say they were robots of some kind?
The bubbles hop and roll around on the plane.
I've never seen robots that playful. You're so annoying. Go away. I said... All right. They are kind of cute. Surely it wouldn't hurt to touch it. Just once.
Mori,
What? What is it?
I thought you'd be lonely over here by yourself.
Well, think again. I'm not lonely at all.
I see. You're very impressive.
Don't treat me like a little kid.
All right, all right. So cute.
Why did you really come over here? You trying to pilfer everything that I gathered?
Huh?
Or you want me to head over to your side and help you find more stuff? If that's the case, then get lost. I'll do no such thing.
I'm not after any of that. Stop being so tense. Why would I do any of that stuff? It's not like this is a proper scavenging mission anyway. It's just a small task that Siren gave us.
Oh, right. I guess this isn't an official mission or anything.
Mori, are you from a resource gathering squad?
Why are you asking?
I'm just curious. We are going to be spending a lot of time together, but I don't know anything about you.
And it's going to stay that way. As soon as I leave this place, I won't see you ever again.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was hoping I'd be able to keep seeing you.
Well, it won't happen. Not with me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. We'll leave you be. See you later.
Mihara walks away.
What are you looking at?
Uni, are you coming?
Uni turns and leaves as well, trailing behind Mihara. Mori sits down on the ground.
You want to keep seeing me?
She produces a small black box from
She
her
has
bag.
no idea. She doesn't know who I tracked, or what kind of mission I was given.
You just need to do one thing.
Jin? Okay, hold the fuck up.
All you have to do is tell me what they choose. Contact me within 2 months with a report.
What the fuck is going on? Hold the fuck up.
quite simple, right?
1 month left. Yeah, simple. Maybe for you all. Bunch of liars.
Interesting. Little Mermaid gazes at the panoply of items scattered across the open space.
What are you making that face for?
You gathered so much! Incredible!
It's not that much, is it?
Are you happy?
Yeah! I didn't know so many things were hiding in there!
Did you never search that place?
Uh-huh! I never needed much when I was alone. The only time I ever went there was to find something to eat once.
I see.
Good job, you guys! I made up some beds for you at the shelter, so you can rest there.
You made beds?
Do you want to see?
Oh my gosh.
Inside the shelter, 3 beds made of purplish bubbles have been neatly arranged.
Fascinating. Seems you can make just about anything out of bubbles.
Oh,
Mara presses down on the bubble bed.
It's nice and soft.
you all worked so hard today, so please, get some rest.
Are you sure it's okay to use your bubbles like this? What if it delays our escape?
It's okay. I'll eventually gather all of these back up and use them.
You'll be gathering all of the bubbles?
Yes, in order to make sure you can all reach the surface safely, I need to collect every last bubble I can.
A bubble that never breaks. Never thought I'd see the day. Can you take us to the place you make bubbles next time?
Oh,
Thanks. I'm going to make good use of this bed. I'm sure of that. Uni says thank you as well. It feels like I've got 2 Unis around now.
Get a good night's rest, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Siren. See you tomorrow.
Little Mermaid leaves.
I want to go too.
You're going to go outside? Why? Siren made these beds for us, so let's get some sleep.
I don't need it.
Mori runs out of the shelter.
Doesn't it feel like Mori is avoiding us? I knew it. I guess it's a bit awkward for her to be around the people she was tracking.
She was tracking them and they knew. Well, then again, they do specialize in tracking. They would know if they're being tracked.
Oh my goodness. Uni, I've never heard you sound so disgruntled. You don't like Mori? Why not? Because she started following us while we were inside the Ark? I figured that was why you felt that way. Don't be too harsh on her. I'm sure she has her reasons for doing it. Well, if you're not fond of her, I guess there's not much we can do about that. Uni, what about Siren? Do you like her? You do? Is it because she talks like you do?
Uni nods her
And
head.
because she rescued us? You're right. She rescued us, and now she's doing her best to help us. I don't think she's a bad person, even though I don't think everything she's telling us is the truth. Why do I think that? Well, remember that big mouth thing we saw before we lost consciousness?
Holy shit. No, they're definitely inside Gluttony right now. But what the fuck? How are they inside? I am trying to wrap my head around this event right now. Trying to wrap my head around this event story. What the fuck's going on? Mori stands in a corner, digging a hole into the ground. Finally, she shovels the last bit of dirt.
That should be enough. I'm exhausted. What is up with this dirt? I thought it'd be soft, but it's practically hard as rock. Is there gold mixed into this stuff or what?
Mori folds the entrenching tool and returns it to her bag. Chops down inside her newly dug hole.
Finally, I feel at ease. Everything has been so uncomfortable. Was the bed that uncomfortable? Ugh. Oh! Who the... Oh, it's me! I can see that. What are you doing here? Oh, I heard what sounded like digging. Is that not allowed? No, it's fine. Good. Then don't worry about it. And move along. I'm comfortable here. Oh. Huh? What? Why aren't you leaving? Mori? What? Does it bother you that I dug up the ground? Do you like cute things? Excuse me? Oh, do you want to see me make bubbles? You mean those bouncy things? Oh, do you not want to? Fine, I'll come. It's not like I have anything better to do. Oh, come on in.
Considering she doesn't change her facial features that much.
Welcome to the Bubble Workshop. I can't believe this is what was underneath that tree.
Inside the workshop, bubbles of variegated colors
What
drifted
is
out
this
playfully.
place? It's packed with all sorts of cute things. Do you like it? Who said I liked it? Well, at the very least, it's not boring. I'm glad you feel that way. So, what do I need to do now? Oh? Don't you want something from me?
Mermaid shakes her head.
Then why did you bring me here? Being on your own can be a lonely thing. And scary. I never said I was lonely or scared. Don't go drawing any conclusions. Well, I'm glad to be proven wrong. I came to that conclusion because that's how I used to be. You were? Uh-huh. But you seem so strong. I can't imagine you ever feeling lonely. Everyone is at their weakest when they're alone. Once I decided I would stay here for a long time. I would make bubbles whenever I felt lonely. Bubbles that looked like my friends.
Moira recalls the numerous bubble formations she has seen in this
They
place.
look like tears to me. Oh? Nothing. If there's nothing you need me for, then I'm going. Already? What am I going to do here? I want to go. Wait!
Mermaid makes a bubble. Places it in
What
Mori's
is this?
arms.
Why are you giving me this? Hugging onto this will help you sleep better.
Moira looks at the bubble in her arms, exceedingly
What's your
soft and
deal?
warm.
Why are you being so nice to me? Is there something you want from me? Why are you going to such great lengths to save us? You've just met us. Why should you care whether we live or die? Why do you keep acting like you don't expect anything from us in return? I just wanted to rescue you. So I did. And I simply wanted to be nice. So I did. I don't like unconditional kindness. It makes me uncomfortable. Don't act all high and mighty. If you want something, just say it. And I'll do whatever you tell me to. I'm sorry, but I really don't have any ulterior motives. Don't lie to me. People like you are the worst. You put on a nice front and make it out like you're willing to do anything for someone. And then, just when they trust you the most, you stab them in the back.
Moira shoves the bubble back into Little Mermaid's arms and runs off.
Mori!
Oh, Siren, what the hell?
After a certain amount of time passes, the bubbles that you use grow on this tree, like fruit.
Oh, I typically create bubbles solely using my weapon systems. So, making one large enough to cover this entire space would be impossible. I used the bubbles I had available to create this tree, which acts as a sort of filter. It gathers the disparate energy present in the ocean and redirects it into the bubbles, which increases their surface area.
Wow, so when you call this the bubble tree, you mean it's literally made of bubbles?
That's right.
And here I thought it was an actual tree. I've never seen anything like this before. How extraordinary. Can I touch it? Just once?
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
Moira carefully reaches out and touches the bubble
It's
tree.
warm. That's surprising. I thought it would be cold since it's made out of liquid.
Oh?
A tree made of liquid metal. Oh, I want to check something. Siren,
Oh?
excuse me for a moment.
Oh?
Alara closes her eyes. In order to exchange senses with the tree, she activates her ability. The warmth of the water travels up the trunk of the tree and reaches the massive membrane that touches the ocean. The frigid touch of ocean water and a sensation like something is watching from beyond. Little mermaid grabs
No,
Mihara's
you
arm.
can't! If you keep going, it'll be dangerous!
What do you mean?
You mustn't draw attention to us!
I don't understand.
Oh, we're not ready yet, so we must lie low for now. My powers are weakened at the moment, and I can barely maintain the bubbles to keep us hidden as is. If we were to attract any unwanted attention, we'd have no way of fighting that thing. Then you would never be able to return to the surface.
What is this thing you're talking about?
Something dangerous that doesn't understand language.
Were you hiding here from that thing too?
Yes, I quickly realized that my ability had no effect on it. So I decided to stay out of sight until I'm ready.
But our arrival here must surely have attracted its attention. All we've done is put your life in danger. Why are you being so nice to us?
Are you suspicious of me as well, Mihara?
Not suspicious like Mori is necessarily. But I am curious. We live in an era where people don't stick their necks out for others without good reason. We're not used to people being kind simply for the sake of being kind, so you can understand why I'm somewhat intrigued. Why are you going so far out of your way to help us? Why are you not more wary of us? A bunch of strangers. Perhaps you're being this nice because of some hidden motive. Or something.
Your arriving here felt like a divine gift. I've been here, having the chance to talk to someone again felt like a gift. So I wanted to help you in any way possible and be nice to you.
How long have you been here?
What year is it?
Here, I'll show you.
Mihara pulls out her phone and shows her the screen.
So much time has passed already. If that date on the screen is correct, then I believe it's been about 70 years.
Did I guess that correctly? I was going off a rough estimation of the timeline that I know of. Damn, I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I'm good at describing Nikke's story. Damn it, I love it. Fucking expert. I'm just kidding. Ah, shit. About 70 years. I literally said that though. She disappeared about 70 years ago.
You've been here longer than I thought, and you've been alone this whole time? No wonder you considered us a gift from above.
So if she's exactly where she was 70 years ago when she got swallowed one, I estimated what the timeline was for her getting swallowed by gluttony. That means she's still in gluttony right now, or she should be. But this doesn't look. I'm so lost still. I'm still lost. I'm waiting to figure out what's going on here because this is pretty interesting.
That would also explain why you've been so benevolent toward us. I have to say, Siren, you seem like a real hard luck case.
Oh?
I have to admit, I have a real soft spot for those kinds of people. Alright, I had a whole bunch of questions I was going to ask you, but that can wait.
Oh.
Someday, you can tell your story, all of it. We've experienced our fair share of hardships too. So no matter what your story is, we'll be able to handle it.
They have been through some rough shit.
Okay?
Oh. Thanks, Mihara.
Don't mention it.
So wholesome. After a week of life on the ocean floor. Ocean floor, I suppose. Moise begins to feel like there's something strange about this place.
What is wrong with you? Why do you keep coming here and pestering me? Don't you remember what I said? I told you to drop the whole saint act. And yet you insist on coming back here again and again. Don't laugh. I'll leave soon. Don't think that I'm gonna start opening up to you because of this. You're a real nutcase, you know that?
Every night, Little Mermaid comes to sit by Maury's burrow and plays with the bubbles for a while before leaving. No matter how much Maury pushes her away, Little Mermaid steadfastly attempts to close the distance between them. It's as if she's telling Maury she isn't alone. Maury finds his kindness very unsettling. It's both unfamiliar, and uncomfortable. However, as another week passes, what initially felt unfamiliar and uncomfortable begins to feel natural.
Food! I was coming over here anyway.
Eating meals with someone becomes familiar.
What are you looking at?
He proudly holds up a box of canned food Mihara had found.
Is that what I think it is? Where did you find it?
Near the submarine.
I can't believe you found something like that over there.
Would you like to go together later?
I guess so.
Working together with someone becomes familiar.
Maury!
Sleeping around other people becomes familiar. Another week passes. 2 weeks
there
after
anything
they
else to look
appeared. Maury stops rummaging around the boxes and steps outside. Maury stretches as she looks at the now familiar oceanic landscape. Amongst the water, streaks of silvery liquid flow and undulate like a galaxy. Silvery liquid. Guys! Silvery liquid. Sound familiar, doesn't it?
How beautiful.
What's got you so mesmerized?
Don't sneak up on me like that.
How long has that been there?
How would I know? I just saw it.
Really? Where'd it come from, I wonder? Siren, you see that silvery liquid? Do you know what that...
Digestive liquid? But why?
Siren?
Why do you look so worried? Is that stuff over there bad? Everyone, inside! What's gotten into her? What is that?
Maury looks out at the ocean again. There's a red light in the
What's that
water.
red light?
The light flickers reminiscent of a rapture's core.
Are those raptors? They're coming this way!
The raptures approach the barrier, their glowing cores
Since
burning
when
red.
can raptures move underwater? From what I know, virtually all raptures are incapable of that. Siren, what is this place? Are we really in the ocean?
I was dead on the money, wasn't I?
Why aren't you saying anything? She's asking you if we're really underwater. I'm sorry.
I knew it.
You were lying to us? Talk, damn you! Were you lying to us? I'm sorry, Maury. I knew it! Why would this time be any different? Feigning kindness, pretending to be benevolent, telling me I could trust you. Not again. I can explain everything! Save it. I don't need your excuses. I'm going right now, and I don't care whether I drown. I can't stay in a place like this any longer. I'm leaving. No, it's dangerous to go out now! Do you really expect me to believe you? We're in its throat! What?
Did you say throat?
Gluttony is a colossal rapture, and we're inside its throat. Going out now would mean certain death. What in the world are you talking about? Are you saying I was eaten by a raptor?
Little Mermaid frantically nods her head.
Calm down and listen to me.
That's how big gluttony is. The inside of its throat feels like you're underneath the ocean. Holy shit.
There's no way. I couldn't have been eaten by a raptor. Does that mean I'm going to die? You're not going to die. No matter what. Shut up! I don't trust a single word you say.
Mori hurriedly grabs her
leaving.
bag.
You hear me? I'm leaving. Mori!
Little Mermaid reaches out to Mori.
Touch me.
Mori swings her bag to shake off Little Mermaid. An assortment of items comes flying out of the opening of the bag. An entrenching tool, military rations, a first aid kit, a compass, and a black box.
You're Mori from the incubator squad, yes?
Why are we flashing back? Oh hell no! What's gonna fucking happen? Oh no!
Yes?
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Jien.
What am I doing here?
Goodness, here I am trying to exchange greetings and you're dispensing with all formalities. Don't you think that's rather rude?
I'm sorry.
I'm only kidding. I dislike beating around the bush just as much as you.
Thank you for not getting mad.
Mori swallows dryly.
I owe you an apology. I'll admit I was a bit cavalier, considering that this mission will decide whether you get disposed of or not. Here, take this.
Jien hands Mori a black box.
What is this?
Oh, my voice is starting to fail me. Fuck.
It's a calling signal generator.
Oh shit! A calling signal generator, you say? That's totally not fucking good at all.
A calling signal? Doesn't that mean raptors?
Be careful not to drop it. If that box takes a tumble and breaks, it'll emit a calling signal straight away.
Why are you giving me this?
Jien holds onto Mori's
You're going to
shoulders.
follow someone up to the surface. When you've gotten far enough from the Ark, you'll throw this box behind her, which will automatically activate the calling signal. Then, all you have to do is report back to me on how she reacts.
But why? Why are you doing this?
I knew something wasn't right about Jien. She is Suyin's half-sister.
Let's just say I'm curious. When something that's a fusion of a rapture and a Nikke hears the calling signal, will her rapture instincts awaken and move her to tear apart her beloved Nikke companion?
Uni?
Or will her rational Nikke side win out and have her tear herself apart, having become a rapture?
A Nikke Raptor fusion?
Yes, not too long ago I managed to create such a thing. Pretty cool, huh? No need to force yourself to agree. I know very well how volatile such an entity might be. So let's keep this our little secret, okay?
Yes.
Jien takes Mori's
What are
shaking
you
hand
so
in hers.
frightened of? At this rate, you might end up breaking this box right here and now inside the Ark. If that happens, forget about it being a question of whether or not you'll be scrapped. You'll be branded a traitor and executed immediately. Is that what you want?
I'm so sorry.
No need to be scared. You just need to do one thing. All you have to do is tell me what they choose. If you do that, I'll see that you're permanently removed from the disposal list.
Permanently? When do I need to do this?
Your scheduled scrap date is 2 months from now, correct?
Yes.
Okay then. Report your findings to me before your scrap date. Contact me within 2 months with a report. Quite simple, right?
It can't fall!
Mori desperately reaches out towards the black box, but clink, crunch, the black box falls to the floor and shatters. Oh no! Oh, chat. Oh no. Oh no.
A calling signal.
Raptors start rushing towards the transparent barrier. The raptor horde collectively slams against the barrier, desperately trying to get closer to the calling signal.
The barrier.
Everyone, move back!
A hole forms in the transparent barrier. A mixture of silver liquid and seawater pours into the opening.
Fluid!
Anything which makes contact with the silver liquid immediately turns black.
What is that? We need to plug up the hole!
Little Mermaid stretches out her hands and sends water droplets towards the gap. Despite her efforts, the water droplets are unable to plug up all the cracks and the silver liquid continues to seep through. Some of the droplets make contact with the AA pillar.
The AA pillar!
In an instant, the AA pillar begins to turn silver. The little mermaid reaches out, sending a mass of bubbles that wrap around the AA pillar, which is rapidly turning into silver liquid. The bubbles and silver liquid clash and coalesce violently as if each is attempting to consume the other. Gradually, the bubbles turn a violet hue.
Wrap around it!
I'll help. Uni?
Uni starts to thrash
What's wrong?
violently. Uni's eyes start to glow red.
Uni! Snap out of it! The bindings! Uni, I said snap out!
Uni grabs onto Mahara's throat.
Mihara!
You need snap out of it.
Mihara looks at Uni's eyes, which have turned red. Despite her seeming to have lost her mind, tears stream down from Uni's eyes. Oh, fuck, man.
You need. Don't cry. I'm okay.
Mihara!
Oh, shit.
No!
Moy runs toward
Let go of
Uni.
her. Please let go!
Moy clings desperately to Uni's arm.
Hold of yourself, Uni! You're going to kill Mihara! I said, snap out of it! Stop, please! Someone help! Stop!
Oh my god, no.
Stop!
Uni's movements stop. Little Mermaid and Uni lock eyes.
Do you remember when you first fell in here? What you said inside the bubble? You said, please save Mihara! Now, it's your turn.
Uni's eyes start to quiver.
Yes. Now it's your turn, Uni, because you're a Nikke who loves Mihara and who wants to save her. A Nikke.
Red glow starts to fade from Uni's
You are a
eyes.
Nikke. No, so come back, Uni.
As Uni's eyes return to normal, she loosens her grip. Mahara falls to the ground.
Uni, you're back.
Thank goodness.
Moy's feet stumble on the remnants of the broken box. In the throes of panic and desperation, Moy had forgotten her sins. Now faced with the evidence of her error, a wave of guilt crashes over her.
I'm okay. Really, I'm fine, Uni. So,
Uni begins to sob. To Moy, it sounds like a scream. It feels as if Uni's wailing cries are directed towards her, reprimanding her and telling her that she must reckon with her sins. Moy staggers backward. Uni looks at Moy. Uni's mask is stained with tears.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Moy runs away in desperation.
How many beings remember the moment they are born? I remember. I remember the first time light shone upon my eyes. The first time I became aware of myself. The moment I met my creator for the first time.
Are you awake?
Oh, hello. I faced misfortune.
I wonder which squad I should assign you to.
Sorry?
Let's see. Intelligence is average. Same with endurance and combat-related evaluations. As for special talents, none. What is this? Is this thing defective or what? Born from such lofty ideals, yet utterly useless. Huh. I suppose even Miss Hillis can produce a dud every once in a while. Is the production team getting lazy? Still, I do need to assign this hunk of junk to a squad. Pawning it off on another company's squad would be a bit embarrassing. Is there an opening in any general squads? No? I suppose that settles it then. You'll be going over there.
I was a defective product. I was given a name at birth, but I was born incomplete, and there was no place willing to take an unfinished Nikke.
That's the one, right? The defective one?
Probably. There's no way a non-mass-produced Nikke would be here otherwise.
Right. Why else would a regular Nikke be placed in a squad of mass-produced units? I didn't even know that was possible.
Same here. I feel a little bit bad for it.
Why? At least it has its own face and name. Honestly, I'm a bit jealous.
Jealousy, envy, ridicule, resentment.
Ooh, that's rough.
Amongst a sea of identical faces, the fact that I stood out meant many bore ill will towards me.
That's not good. Your access is expired.
But I didn't receive today's rations.
When he
What?
turns around.
You got something to say?
At first, I tried to force a smile and pretend to be nice. No, nothing. It's just the supply machine seems to be broken.
Oh yeah? That's too bad. The captain said we need to leave right away.
Guess you'll have to go hungry.
Yeah. Oh well.
Is everyone ready? Let's go.
Yes, Captain.
We were squad mates. Our lives were constantly on the line as we worked together on surface missions. If they were to abandon me while we were up there, I'd have no one. I didn't want to die. I wanted to live. Even when they assigned me the most dangerous resource collection zones.
You're working on this zone solo today.
By myself? That entire area?
Are you incapable of even that much? You're not even a mass-produced Nikke.
I'll do it. I can do it. Even when they hid supplies from me. Even when they deprived me of food. Mocked me. Ignored me. Ridiculed me. Tormented me. I would pretend not to notice and try to laugh it off. Why isn't anyone coming? I didn't receive any message to return if I stay too long in one place. The raptures. Raptors. I've gotta hide somewhere.
Molly frantically looks around. There's nowhere to hide.
What should I do? What do I do? That's
Molly
it.
stumbles over
I
a
need to hide
shovel.
underground.
Molly desperately digs into the earth with the shovel. She tosses herself inside the hole and covers her head with freshly dug dirt.
Please, don't come. Don't find me. As dirt and debris falls on her head, Mori prays that she'll survive. Somehow she manages to come out of the ordeal alive. And upon returning to the elevator...
What are you doing? Didn't you hear the return order?
Huh? I didn't hear anything.
Hey, didn't you tell her?
Molly turns around.
I definitely told her.
No, you didn't.
You didn't hear it?
No, I didn't.
Well, don't pin the blame on me just because you're deaf as a doornail. Unless that's another defect on the laundry list you came with.
That day, for the first time, I used violence against a squad mate.
I don't blame her. She's a bitch. That motherfucker's a bitch. She deserved it.
It was also the day I learned that malice must be met with malice. After returning from the rehabilitation center for assaulting another squad mate, no one wanted to be on the same squad as me. What should I do now?
Hey, you there? If no squads are taking you, would you want to join us?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, interested in joining us?
Okay. Let's do it. Little did I know that the first ones to approach me with open arms would be the first to stab me in the back. What? You're accusing me of theft?
Unsubmitted resources were found in your bag.
I was just holding it for someone.
I'm getting tired of these excuses.
It's not an excuse.
So there weren't any unsubmitted resources in your bag.
But
You see, you were an accomplice to a crime.
no one believed that I had been tricked.
Wait a minute. This one's already been to the rehabilitation center once before. Doesn't seem to have any special skills either. I guess we don't have much choice. You're going to incubator.
The incubator squad, made up entirely of problem cases. Nikkes without any special abilities who weren't worth taking the time to resettle in other squads. A last chance holding ground, where they would either develop hidden potential or be scrapped. The dynamic with my squad mates there was the same as before.
Isn't she the one who got caught trying to steal from the mass-produced Nikke squad?
Be careful. I hear she has a bad temper and goes around picking fights. If we get mixed up with her, we'll probably end up getting scrapped along with her.
No one wanted to be squad mates with me. No one wanted to be with a dangerous and defective Nikke like me.
Holy shit.
Least of all when it was their last chance to avoid getting scrapped.
This is getting sad.
Despite all of that, I still wanted to live.
You just need to do one thing. If you do that, I'll see that you're permanently removed from the disposal list.
I was willing to do anything to survive, and so I made a deal with the devil, and used the misery of others as a stepping stone. And so, I made others miserable. Does someone like me deserve to live? I was born broken. Maybe it would have been best if I'd ended my life the moment it began.
I've got to put another content warning in this one. Oh shit.
I live in a world filled with nothing but evil, where no one wants me to survive. Before making all of these foolish decisions in the name of survival, would it have been better to simply die and be reborn?
One curls up and buries her face in her knees, hiding deep
Should
in the
I
burrow.
end it all? Wouldn't it be better to stop living?
Why?
What are you doing here?
I came to get you, Mori.
What are you doing? How did you know I was here?
I know these little hollows are where you feel the safest. I figured you would be here. When anyone is going through something, they want to go to their safe place.
But how did you...
I went looking for you every day.
Why did you come looking for me? What were you planning on saying to me? To get out of here? Fine, I'll leave. I know what I did was wrong. I can leave any time.
You can't leave. If you do, you'll die.
So what if I die? Who cares if I do? No one wants me to be alive anyway. The more I struggle to survive, the more I make other people's lives miserable.
Mori.
If that's the kind of life I'm destined to live, then I'm better off dead. It'd be best for everyone if I'm out of the picture. No more people would get hurt, and I won't have to struggle to survive anymore. What are you shaking your head for?
I'm sad.
What for?
I'd be sad if you died.
Why? Who are you to say that? What do you know about me? You lied to me. You tricked me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for lying to you. I thought not telling the truth about this place, that we were inside a rapture's throat, would make you happy.
Happiness? What is that? Since when has happiness had anything to do with my life?
Oh.
Do you think the world has ever reached out a helping hand to me? You wouldn't know. You've been strong since the day you were born. When you ask for help, people listen. When you reach out your hand, there's always someone there to hold it. Not me, though. Being born has been my greatest misfortune. No one was happy that I was born. No one likes the fact that I'm alive. No one extends a helping hand to me. No one listens to my cries for help.
That's not true. I heard you.
What do you mean?
I even held your hand.
When?
You said it in the bubble. You said you didn't want to die. You begged for someone to save you.
It can't be.
You won't die. No matter what happens, you're not dying. I promise.
That was you? It wasn't a dream?
I heard your cry for help, and I held your hand. I'm glad that you're alive. I'm happy that I was able to save you. If no one has celebrated your birth before, then let me...
What?
Mori, I'm happy that you're here amongst the living. I'm glad to have met you.
Why?
I know for Nikke's, birthdays aren't really a concept, but since a birthday is a day when you celebrate your birth, let's say that today is your birthday. Every year on this date, we can celebrate your birthday.
Why? Why are you doing all this for me? Tell me why?
Because I want to save you. Because I don't want you to be unhappy.
But why?
Because I'll be sad if you die. I'm happy that I got to meet you. I was so lonely in this desolate bubble. And then you came and made me happy. So I don't want you to die. I want you to live and be happy.
Oh, that's so super wholesome. Tears run down Mori's face.
What is this?
Mori, are you crying?
Shut up! Don't look at me!
Oh?
I said turn around!
The mermaid hastily turns her back.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Damn it. I've never cried before. No matter how hard it got. This is all your fault! Siren, I've lived an unhappy life. I've had good reason to be distrustful of others. But it made me overly guarded. And I turned a blind eye to your kindness. I was suspicious of your affection, and saw it as duplicitous because I wanted to live. I brought untold misery to Uni and Mihara. But despite all that, you still want to extend your hand out to me?
Yeah, I already regret not reaching out to a friend once before, and once is enough. So
The mermaid reaches her hand out to Mori, who is still ensconced in the dugout.
get out of here. Let's go outside. Aren't you going to grab my hand?
I will. I will.
Mori lets her trembling hand and holds onto the little mermaid's hand.
Thank you. Truly.
God damn, this already
I'm
seems
really
huge.
sorry.
Already seems like we're getting so far into it, and this is only story one. It's pretty fucking
You
huge.
could have died because of me. I can't apologize enough.
It's okay. I didn't incur any major physical damage.
I'm glad to hear that.
In fact, I haven't felt that stimulated in a long time. In some ways, I'm glad.
Oh my god, I forget, she's horny. She likes the pain. She's a masochist.
Isn't that right, Uni? Uni.
God, she's a fucking masochist. He's a sadist.
I'm sorry to have made you go through that. Out of selfish self-preservation, I accepted that offer, and you suffered for it. I don't expect you to accept my apology right away. I just wanted to apologize for what I did wrong. I'm sorry. I really am. Thank you.
I wish she responded.
Now then, shall we move on to Siren's apology?
I'm sorry for lying. I thought that hiding the truth about where we actually were was in your best interests. I didn't want you to feel the terror I experienced when I was swallowed by gluttony. I'm terribly sorry.
So you also got swallowed up by gluttony?
Oh, yes. A long time ago. I was eaten and ended up here.
And you created this place while you were in here?
Right.
To think this cavernous space is all something's throat. Gluttony must be really enormous. Then what was all that silver liquid?
That was its digestive acid.
You mean, like stomach acid?
Yes, any object that comes into contact with it melts and transforms into more silver liquid. Once that's happened to you, gluttony absorbs the silver liquid and transfers it to energy, which it then uses to fuel itself.
If this stuff can dissolve seemingly anything, what about the membrane surrounding us?
Oh, when my bubbles come into contact with the liquid, it twists and contorts but doesn't dissolve. It's like two armies battling for territory. And the outcome of the battle can shift based on the quantity of each army.
So everything outside this membrane is that digestive acid?
Little Mermaid shakes her head.
Not quite. The digestive acid is released in cycles. On top of that, it can't affect natural substances. So the seawater here is real.
Is that why the fish are still alive?
Oh, that's why leaving here without the bubbles is impossible. If one drop of that silver liquid touches you, you'll melt instantly.
That's the reason you stopped me from going outside.
Oh,
I'm sorry for being so reckless.
it's okay.
Things may have gone a bit sideways back there, but we're still sticking to the original plan, right?
About that, I think I can get you out faster.
You can?
Really? How?
The silver liquid came out earlier than usual. So I think I can make the bubble faster than before.
Is that possible?
Oh, remember what I said before? The bubble tree only collects the energy present in the silver liquid. As a result, I think I can create the bubbles about a week ahead of schedule.
That quick?
So we potentially only have a week until we get out of here?
Oh, Mori?
It's nothing. It's just that this is all suddenly moving so fast.
You're right. It does feel like everything's sped up all of a sudden.
I'm going to go and get busy making the bubbles. In the meantime, you all can take it easy and prepare to depart. Ah, and one more thing. There still might be some silver liquid in the clearing, so you should steer clear of that area for the time being.
You think there's still some lingering in the clearing?
Oh, yes. So you must stay away from there at all costs. Understand?
Right. Okay.
At night in the clearing, Little Mermaid approaches the massive bubble positioned in the clearing.
As I expected, the energy isn't decreasing.
That's the AA pillar, right?
Why are you?
You saved my life twice now. What's so strange about me wanting to spend some time with you?
Mihara?
Siren, you're hiding something from us, aren't you? And it's got something to do with this AA pillar and how now it's made of bubbles.
How did you?
I found it strange that you were trying so hard to keep us away from this clearing. I naturally concluded that something of interest must be here. After mulling it over for a while, I quickly came to an answer. Something must have happened to the AA pillar.
Huh?
Siren, what happened? Are we in danger?
No, it's okay. I can still fix it. It's fine.
Then let us help you fix it. Once we've done that, you can get us out of here. Doesn't that work fine as well?
No, that won't work.
Why not?
It will take too long. I can't make you wait that long.
Don't lie. It's because you're putting your own life on the line, isn't it? Siren, you saved my life twice now. Now it's time for us to return the favor. Please, let us help you.
Thank you, Mihara. But I can't. I promised that I would get you, Uni, and Mori out of here. I intend to keep that promise.
What if we refuse to leave? What if we stay here with you?
I will use my Kotodama. If I have to, I will use that to make you leave this place.
You'd really go that far in order to get us out?
Yes, because you're my friends. You helped me forget all of the loneliness I've had to endure for so long.
It's so sad, bro.
You all are precious to me. I hope you can understand that.
But, Siren...
Please, I'm begging you.
All right. Fine.
Thank you. Meeting you has been the happiest thing for me.
Me too. Siren, with your power, we're sure to get out of here. But remember, a child who is starved for affection can never abandon the person who gave them love. That is why the responsibility lies with the one who gave the love.
Huh?
There will come a day when you understand.
While we're watching through this, I'm gonna look up something. I'm gonna look up about the environmental.
Down the road, you'll experience it firsthand.
Oh, actually, I also wanted to say something to you.
What's that?
It's about the core Uni has.
What do I say? Slice of life bits. They don't hold a heavy relevance to the story. After that day, Union does not move from the shelter. It is as if she is lost in the recesses of her own mind. Her is watching over her also seems to be thinking hard about something. She stares blankly at the ocean scenery near the bubble tree. Even Mori is deep in a state of reflection. He stares at the bubbles moving in and around the garden. For a while, time passes in this fashion, with everyone deep in thought. 3 days prior to heading up to the surface. Mori pays a visit to Long Mermaid's bubble workshop.
What? What are you so startled for?
It's rather unexpected.
What are you talking about? You told me to come before, so here I am. I was getting bored being by myself.
I see.
Don't laugh!
Make yourself at home.
Okay.
Mori takes her time looking around the bubble workshop.
There was something I wanted to ask you. What are those dolls?
Oh,
Mori points to violet-colored dolls standing in the corner of the workshop. A young girl with ponytails. A pair of female twins with sharp features. A woman in a lab
why
coat.
is that sitting in the corner?
Lastly, there's a young girl with long hair on the ground, crouching.
Forget it. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
they're my friends.
Friends?
Yes, people I care greatly about.
Where are they now?
I don't know. We got separated a long time ago.
Are they dead?
I'm not sure.
You mean you don't know?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure
rough.
they're living somewhere on the surface, since we promised each other that we would rewrite our stories.
Mori looks at Little Mermaid, glancing at her friends. Her expression is one of intense
If you want
longing.
to see them that badly, you should go to them.
Oh?
Why don't you leave with us and go meet your friends?
I can't right now. I still have things to do in this place.
And what is that exactly?
It's, a very important task.
Important? More important than finding your friends?
Yeah, it became that way. I made a promise. I promised to send you, Uni, and Mihara to the surface. That is my top priority for now.
Okay, but still.
I'm okay. Really. I'm okay.
Siren, then why is your expression like that?
Oh?
Nothing.
More time passes, till the day to leave and head up to the surface arrives. It's getting juicy.
Finally the day to leave.
You're right.
You all went through a lot being trapped in here. When you go up, I'll surround you in a protective bubble, just like when you arrived. Just relax and let the bubbles take care of the rest. While I don't know the exact time, Gluttony's air hole opens every week. I just sent out a scout balloon to confirm, and if I'm right, today should be the day. Once I send you up, you'll be able to go directly to the surface. I've done this plenty of times before, when I sent up my dolls, so you'll be plenty safe. Don't worry about anything. Just close your eyes, and by the time you open them, you'll be up on the surface.
Okay. Siren, be well.
Goodbye, Mihara.
Thank you for everything.
Goodbye, Uni. Keep being a good friend to Mihara. Mori?
I can't do this. Siren, come with us.
Oh?
It doesn't feel right leaving you here alone. Let's go together, please.
Sorry, I have something to do.
What is it that you have to do?
It is... Oh.
Do you know, whenever you're trying to hide something, you purse your lips together. What are you hiding from me? Want me to take a guess?
Oh.
There's something in the clearing, isn't there? Judging by your expression, I'd say I'm on the mark. Our departure date being moved up. Telling us to stay away from the clearing because of the silver liquid. It was all so you could keep something, whatever it is, hidden from us. Don't bother explaining. I'll go there and see for myself.
It's because of the AA pillar. After it came in contact with the silver liquid and melted more silver liquid itself, the energy level started going out of control. I've covered it in a bubble, but I don't think it can last much longer.
My
That's
powers are
why I'm
on.
staying behind. I have to get rid of that energy before Gluttony can absorb it. No matter what happens, this AA pillar cannot be absorbed by Gluttony.
If the AA pillar got into contact with the silver liquid, don't tell me that this all happened because of the calling signal. Is this because of me? It is, isn't it?
No, something like this was bound to happen.
What are you talking about? Of course it's because of me.
Ever since Gluttony swallowed that pillar, this was inevitable. All that digestive acid that unexpectedly poured out, and the fact that those raptures started attacking this place. It's all because Gluttony wanted to absorb this enormous energy source. My bubbles are preventing Gluttony from absorbing the AA pillar for now, but I need to get rid of all its energy before Gluttony starts attacking more aggressively. If Gluttony absorbs the massive energy reserves inside the AA pillar and redirects it elsewhere, it would spell disaster for the surface.
This can't be.
If anything, you being here allowed me to live longer than I originally anticipated. Inside this lonely bubble, your being here was a godsend. So please don't speak poorly about yourself.
Don't be like that. Come with us. Just close your eyes. And let's leave before the pillar gets consumed. If we're lucky, it might not even get absorbed. And if it does, there's always the possibility that it redirects the energy towards an uninhabited area. Even if someone does get the brunt of it and dies, you won't see it happen. Out of sight, out of mind.
No.
Why?
I can't. I mean, we decided to become the goddesses of victory. Cinderella and everyone else made a promise. We said we would rewrite our story. That's why I can't ignore this. I can't run away from it. If I do, then I'll never be able to call myself a true goddess of victory.
You think you'll be recognized for your good deeds? That you're some kind of mythical goddess of victory? No one will ever know you were here. No one will ever remember your noble deeds. Not a single soul will know. You'll have died for nothing.
It's okay.
What do you mean it's okay?
I know what I've done, and that's enough. And it won't just be me who remembers. You all are here. Uni, Mihara, and Mori. You will know. You'll know that I did the right thing. And for that, I thank you.
Siren.
It's okay. This is more than enough. I'm okay with it. True.
No. No, you may be okay with it, but I'm not. Let's leave together.
Oh shit.
Let's go out and find your friends. You said you wanted to find them. Choose life, and we can find your friends together. I'll help you. If both of us look for them, you're bound to find them faster.
It's nice to be hearing this kind of talk again. It reminds me that my life truly is rich with good friends.
What?
Sorry, Mori. You are a really good friend, and I want my friends to live a long time in this world.
Siren reaches out her hand to Mori.
Goodbye.
Siren!
Mori and Imahara
You
are surrounded by
will go
bubbles.
up until you reach a safe place.
The bubbles start rising
Goodbye,
slowly.
my dear friends.
Splash! The bubble pops and out pour. The bubble pops and out pour Mihara, Uni, and Mori.
Where are we?
Oh,
It's
it's
the
around.
surface. We really got out.
What about Siren?
I don't think she's here.
She's not. What's that sound?
Is Gluttony moving?
Something from underneath the ground continues to
No,
get further
don't
away.
go! You hear me, you monster? I said don't go!
He desperately starts digging.
Take me again! Take me!
Mori, calm down.
Siren! Siren! You can't leave me like this, please!
Mori!
Or hugs
Let
Mori
go
tight.
of me! You can't leave like this. You can't. Siren!
Siren.
Ah, the bubble popped. Seems everyone arrived on the surface safely. I'm glad.
Siren looks around the empty clearing.
So quiet. I thought I'd gotten used to the silence. But now that they've left, it's dead. I think I finally understand how Levi feels.
Little mermaid stares at the miniature doll of her friend sitting in the corner of the garden.
Sorry, Levi. I wanted to tell you in person, but I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm really sorry.
She looks at the faces of her old friends lying in the garden.
Hansel, Gretel, Cinderella. I'm sorry. I did my best. I've waited so long. Surely I can stop waiting.
Little mermaid gently caresses her friends'
It's okay.
faces.
I ended up meeting some really good friends toward the end. Thanks to them, I was able to laugh and forget my worries for the first time in a long time. So it's all right. I'm not scared. I feel good knowing that I saved
God
everyone.
damn it, bro. What the fuck?
Let's go.
Don't tell me this is like a Red Hood scenario.
One last time.
Don't tell me this is like a Red Hood scenario where she ends up dying for good.
Our heads held high.
But she was still collectible as a Nikke, like unlockable.
Like a true
Don't tell me.
goddess of victory. I will become a shield which protects this world and everyone in it.
Unbreakable Sphere to be continued. Do not tell me that is what's gonna fucking happen. It better not. Jen, knock knock. Mori, how is your task coming along? Deadline is quickly approaching and I haven't heard from you. I clearly saw that the calling signal was activated. Why hasn't there been a report? Oh, are you dead perhaps? Heh. How tragic. No, I'm still alive. Wow, still alive and kicking, are you? Excellent. It's nice to meet you, Jen. Did you hit your head or something? Did you recognize me? Right, I did hurt my head. Can't recall if I've seen you before, so let me introduce myself once more. Nice to meet you. I'm Bahara. I oh my, now things are starting to get interesting. Can we have a little talk?
I remember when I first opened my eyes and found myself here. An infinite black void. All that stared back at me was cold seawater and endless bits and bobs from the surface which Gluttony had swallowed, as well as a red core. At first, I used my abilities to try every possible method of escape. I tried shooting bubbles at the core. I tried using my Kotodama. None of it worked. Gluttony was different than ordinary raptures. It was moving by primal instinct alone. The result was that my Kotodama had no effect on it. Gluttony seemed to prioritize its urge to consume above all other instincts. When I'd exhausted all possible means of escape, I started to become afraid. Was I going to die in this place? Once I was digested, what kind of attack would Gluttony unleash on the outside world? What would happen if Gluttony found out about the nature of my bubbles? Was I doomed to fail once again? Without achieving anything? It was at that moment that I remembered a promise I'd once made to a few friends. She told me that from now on, our story was no longer one of failure, but a fairy tale, one with a happy ending. I became determined not to give up. My friends were surely out there, trying their best in order to keep that promise too. I couldn't give up.
Oh shit.
I had to struggle with all my might in order to keep myself alive. I had to create more bubbles. I expanded the protective bubble around myself in order not to be detected by Gluttony's core. I gathered surrounding remnants from the surface and created a space where I could live. I crafted a tree out of bubbles, fabricated a bubble workshop, and built all the places where I lived with you guys. I also made dolls that resembled my friends and launched them up to the surface. I hoped that someday, perhaps my friends would encounter these doppelgangers and come looking for me. I continued making the bubbles and launching them up to the surface again and again. I did this. I waited for a long time. At times, the loneliness was excruciating. I considered giving up more than once. But even in the deepest depths of my despair, my longing to see my friends trumped all else. I wanted to uphold the promise I made on that day. And so I strengthened my resolve countless times and pushed on. Then you guys came, swallowed whole by Gluttony. I was terribly worried for you all. But paradoxically, I was also ecstatic to finally have company. During my time alone, I had learned how to control my Kotodama. And being able to talk, laugh, and live with you all filled me with ineffable joy. That's how much you all mean to me. Your presence here, I'm so glad I was able to meet you all. I'm not afraid of the end anymore. I'm no longer scared. I'm no longer lonely. So don't blame yourselves and live well.
Siren!
Mori opens her
What?
eyes. But Mori is telling what happens
Are
if
you
you're in
awake?
the medical room.
Who?
Nice to meet you. I'm Mana of the MMR squad. Are you Mori from the incubator squad?
Yes.
I see.
Where am I?
This is Reclamation Site 01. It's the first area on the surface that we've successfully reclaimed. Have you heard of it?
I have, but what am I doing here?
Once we were out of danger, Wardress brought you back here.
Are Mihara and Uni?
They're outside. Would you like to go meet them?
Yes.
Mori.
Mihara, what happened to Gluttony? Where's Siren?
Gluttony left.
No. Is there any way we can follow it? We need to go save Siren!
It's possible for us to track it.
Then let's go. We have to hurry before it gets too far.
We can't do that.
What?
We can't go.
Do you hear what you're saying? Don't you want to save Siren?
Of course I do. But tracking Gluttony is impossible.
Why not?
Mori, do you know what kind of rapture Gluttony is?
No, I don't. And I don't care. Besides...
No. This is something you need to know. Siren risked her life to save your own. I can't let you go rushing headlong into danger without knowing anything. Even if it is because you want to save her. If you end up throwing your life away recklessly, all of Siren's sacrifices will be in vain.
It's rough. Something she needs to hear, though.
Gluttony appeared during the first Rapture invasion. A Tyrant-class Rapture. After humanity went into the Ark, it rarely showed up, and so the only information we have on it is from old records. It consumed an ICBM intended to destroy the lift, then expelled all that energy back at the launch site, and utterly decimated it. From that point on, humanity stopped using large-scale armaments against Rapture facilities. That's probably why Siren insisted on staying behind. If Gluttony digests the AA pillar, and the energy contained within it, this entire region would be wiped off the map.
Is it really? really that dangerous?
Yes, it is. It's a miracle that we were able to get out of that thing alive. And here you are, wanting to rush back towards it. Are you sure you can do that? You're afraid of fighting run-of-the-mill, ordinary raptures. When you stand in front of Gluttony, are you sure you won't lose your nerve? Besides, this isn't a problem which can be solved with willpower alone, even if you are willing to risk your life. You most likely won't be able to make a dent in that beast. You'd be throwing your life away. I understand that it's a bitter pill to swallow. But there are some things which we are powerless to change. This is one of them. You can't do this, Mori. You must give it up. The best thing for us to do now is rest. In the meantime, we can take our time to mull this over. Let's go,
I'm not stupid. I know that. I know that if I go out there, I'm signing my own death warrant. That I might die without being able to do anything, especially since we're talking about me. Someone who's afraid of even regular raptures. I realize I'd be powerless against something like Gluttony. You're right. The right thing for a weak Nikke from the incubator squad to do is give up. But I can't. I can't get it out of my head. I can't abandon her. She was the first person who told me she was glad I was alive. Even if I get chewed up, melted into a puddle, whatever it is, I want to go save her. I can't live knowing that she gave up her life for mine. So...
Mori kneels in front of Mori.
Mori.
Please. Just this once. Could you help me? I know what I did to you is unforgivable. I know how shameless this request is. I'm perfectly aware that I should be asking for forgiveness instead of a favor. So I'll do anything. If you go with me, I will do anything. I put my life entirely in your hands. If you tell me to submit
that's
a false
that's
report,
some
I'll
bold
do it.
claims.
I will give you anything and everything I have. You give the order, any order, and I'll obey. If you want me to die in your place, I'm willing to do it any time. So please, help me, just this once. I don't have any special skills or connections. All I can do is beg. So here I am, on my knees, begging you to help me chase after Gluttony. Please.
I knew this would happen. Once someone has been shown love, they'll never give up.
How are you
Such
looking, Mori?
affection. Such sorrow. I suppose we don't have much choice, do we? If you're that determined, Mori, let's go save Siren.
Mihara.
But we can't rush in without a plan. Before we make our move, we need to find a clue as to how to take down Gluttony. If we don't do that, then this isn't a rescue operation, but a suicide mission. Understand?
I understand.
All right then. Let's go see what we can find out.
Trying to figure out how to take out Gluttony. Temporary operation room reclamation site
So
01.
that's why you came to see me?
Yes, we came seeking whatever knowledge you have on Gluttony.
I already provided you with all the basic information about Gluttony.
Indeed, and we thank you for that.
So what more do you need to know?
Are you aware of there being any way to take it down?
Gluttony, you mean?
Yeah, I figured with you being the way you are, you'd have considered potential ways to eliminate it.
Me? Why would you think that?
When we were swallowed by Gluttony, I heard you say to us, "Get away from there immediately." Isn't that because you were in the middle of dropping the AA pillar?
How did you know that?
We saw the AA pillar inside Gluttony's stomach.
The AA pillar is still inside Gluttony?
Yes, in order to prevent that energy from being absorbed, a Nikke who saved our lives is still inside Gluttony. So, in order to rescue her, we need a way to subdue Gluttony, even if it's only momentarily. Is there any way to make that happen?
The fact that you all came back alive after being consumed by gluttony is surprising enough. Now I'm being told there's still someone inside? Is she a pilgrim?
We're not sure. But most likely, yes.
That at least increases our chances of a successful rescue. We're conducting joint research into this incident, along with the central government. So, I'm not at liberty to act on my own and divulge information. What I can do for you is introduce you to someone else who could help. Would that be alright?
Who would that be?
Hello. Since this is my first operation with Wardress, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Shifty, an operator from the Central Government's Intelligence Division. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Shifty.
I'm seeing a few faces that don't belong to Wardress, at least according to the database. Since you mentioned this operation involves a few secret agents, I won't ask any questions.
That's very considerate of you.
Mana briefed me on the situation. You all escaped from inside Gluttony. And now you're planning to track it down in order to rescue the pilgrim that's still inside. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Is there any way we could receive support from the central government?
That would be somewhat difficult. Unless Gluttony poses a direct threat to the central government, they've decided not to actively pursue it.
So you mean they're just leaving it alone?
I figured that's the conclusion they'd reach.
May I ask why they decided on that course of action?
Probably because they haven't found a way to eliminate it yet.
You think so?
Of course. After it swallowed the AA pillar like it was nothing, we've been at a loss as to how to take it down as well. We haven't come up with any definite way to destroy Gluttony, at least not at the moment.
We did think of attempting an extermination operation by deploying an elite combat squad from the Ark, the counter squad. However, given that the Ark has recently suffered a large-scale attack, it was decided that reinforcing the Ark's defenses was our top priority. As far as I know, our current strategy is to refrain from proactive engagement.
I see. I suppose that means we don't know of any way to restrain Gluttony either.
Siren.
Actually, that's not entirely true. It's far from exact, but...
There's a way?
Well...
We have found a way to damage it. The only thing is that the method is rather extreme. And it requires a big sacrifice. As such, we've designated it as unviable.
When you say sacrifice, what do you mean?
Yeah. What kind of sacrifice?
Someone has to enter through Gluttony's mouth and plant this onto its core.
Are those crystals?
E2 crystals, to be precise. Harvested from the crystal region, they have a unique property where they absorb electrical energy upon contact. They then continue to expand until all energy is depleted. They are dangerous to Nikkes as well as raptures, unless sealed within glass, like so. It will instantly consume anything it touches.
If we're able to plant that onto Gluttony's core...
Yes, no matter how adept that creature is at absorbing and discharging energy. There would be no way for it to counteract a parasitic organism attached directly to its own core, barring any unforeseen circumstances. I'm positive this could take it down.
Then what are we waiting for?
Gluttony isn't simply going to sit still and let us plant this on it.
That's why this method was deemed infeasible.
Precisely. There had never been a recorded case of anyone escaping from Gluttony after being consumed by it. But then you guys showed up. You all came shooting back up out of Gluttony like some kind of miracle.
But that's all it is. A miraculous fluke, yes, but a fluke nonetheless. If you were to go back inside, the chances of coming out alive are still close to zero. Even with that pilgrim still being inside the beast, if something were to go wrong during your attempted entry, we would have no safeguards in place to respond to such a situation.
Right. If its mouth closes before you're all the way inside, or if the silver liquid touches you, you'd melt instantly.
I'll do it.
This isn't a decision you should make lightly.
I'm not making it I told you. It doesn't matter what happens to me. I want to save her. So I'll do it.
Mori.
I can do it.
All right.
In that case, there are two remaining uncertainties. A method to lure Gluttony, and a way to keep its mouth open and hold it in place. If we can find answers to those two quandaries, it'd go a long way to ensuring the operation is successful.
A way to hold it in place.
You don't have any ideas at all?
No. We haven't come up with a solution for that yet. That's another reason why this operation was never attempted.
I see.
Okay. That should be enough information to go on.
Does that mean?
Yes. Let's go save Siren. Thank you both for your help. We will think of the rest ourselves.
Understood.
Was a gluttony. Okay, Reclamation Side 01 indoors.
How in the world can we hold gluttony in place?
Mori, I've been thinking.
Yeah?
Remember how you told us you were willing to do anything?
Yes, I'll do anything you tell me to. Just say the word.
Then, could you perhaps lend me your phone for a moment?
Huh? My phone?
Yeah, I need it.
That's it? Why do you make it sound so serious? I was bracing myself for something big.
Sorry, you seemed awfully tense, so I wanted to lighten the mood. Don't you feel a bit more relaxed now?
Yeah, sure. I'm positively stress-free. Anyway, here.
Hand over cell phone to Mahara. Mori hands over her cell phone to Mahara.
What do you need it for anyway? I really don't know anyone who could help us.
There's someone very powerful.
I know someone like that?
You certainly do. She sent you to us.
Hold on. Are you?
I'm going to contact her. Is that okay?
Yes. It's okay. You don't have to keep asking for my permission. I told you. I'm willing to go through anything and everything, so hurry up and do it.
Thanks, Mori. I'll be right back.
You're not doing it here?
I think I'll need a little privacy for our conversation. Uni, will you stay with Mori for a moment? It won't take long. What's wrong, Uni? Do you not want me to go? I'm sorry, but I really must go. I have something to discuss with this individual. I think they may have a solution to our problem. They should know a way for us to keep gluttony momentarily in check. Or, in other words, a perfect way for me to utilize my power. So, please, could you stay with Mori for a moment?
Mahara stands up.
I'll be right back.
Mahara walks outside, leaving Uni behind. For some reason, Uni can't fully explain. She feels nervous. Mahara seems to have come to some momentous decision. The fact that Uni doesn't know what it is or how to stop it terrifies
Are you
her.
okay, Uni?
Uni turns around and glares at Mori.
Uni?
Staring at the one she believes is the cause of all this, she is overcome by an inexplicable impulse. Mahara walks down the hallway, gripping Mori's phone.
Maybe contacting this person isn't the right choice. No, I need to settle this once and for all. Even if only for Uni's sake. I can't keep living in the dark, constantly under threat. I can't protect anyone like this. I can't save anyone. I can't achieve anything. It'll end up just like before. I'll only end up full of sorrow. I need power. I need to get stronger. Let's do this.
Mahara unlocks Mori's phone to make the call.
A message.
Mahara opens Mori's blah blah app. We already went over this. No, I'm still alive. Wow, so I'll be taking our next. It's nice to meet you, Jian. Does that mean did you recognize me? You're right, it did hurt my head. I can't recall why. I've seen you before, so I'm going to introduce myself one more. Nice to meet you. I'm Mahara. Oh my, now things are starting to get interesting. Can we have a little talk? Sure, why not? I'll contact you later. I'll be waiting.
Well, hello there. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I believe we haven't had the pleasure.
That's right. Nice to meet you.
Wow, you really don't remember? I guess your last memory wipe was the one that finally stuck.
Oh, is that so?
I figured since you were hanging out with Uni with an explosive collar of your own strapped on, you must have retained some of your old memories, but apparently not. What a shame.
Yes, it would have been nice if I remembered. Then I would have known about you much earlier.
Aw, how nice of you. However, I don't see Mori. You didn't off her, did you?
She's such a nice kid. How could I kill her? She's somewhere safe, resting.
Ah, I see. If she isn't dead, why isn't she the one contacting me? Apparently she's not as afraid of being disposed of as I thought.
What did you say?
Didn't she tell you if she
If she doesn't report back to her findings on my little experiment, she's headed to the scrap heap.
I assumed you knew everything since you're contacting me on her phone. Looks like I was wrong again.
This is my first time hearing all this.
Well then, this is quite a pickle. I'm rather curious to hear about the outcome of the experiment. Perhaps I should ask you how it went?
If I tell you, what's in it for me?
Look at the little negotiator. You're a cheeky one. What do you want?
It's a big ask. Is that okay?
Hearing you out doesn't cost me anything.
All right, then I'll get to it. Stop this calling signal experiment on Uni.
I'd rather not.
Stop meddling in Mori's life and spare her.
I'll consider it.
And one more thing.
More? Aren't you the greedy one?
Help me become stronger. That's everything.
Oh, now that's an interesting proposal. But it's a rather steep price to pay simply to satisfy my own curiosity. I could cherry pick any test subject I wanted from the ones up for disposal. Why should I go through all this trouble of dealing with you instead?
How about this? I'll be the one to undergo the experiment, not Uni. Does that sweeten the deal?
Do you even know what kind of experiments I'm conducting?
You're inserting a rapture core inside a Nikke. Isn't that it?
Oh,
What'd you say?
There are 2 cores inside Uni.
2 cores? What are you talking about? How do you know that?
When you were all falling, do you remember how I caught you with my bubbles?
Yes.
When someone enters my bubble, I can learn a lot about them. That's how I found out. Uni was used as a test subject infused with a rapture. She now carries 2 cores inside her.
And are you saying one of those cores is...
Yes. I believe it belonged to a rapture.
a rapture core?
Oh.
So that's why she reacted the way she did to the calling signal.
I believe that is the reason why. Yes. Right now, at least, the Nikke core is dominant. That allows for Uni's consciousness to maintain control over her body. But hearing the calling signal seems to activate the rapture core. Continual exposure to it could cause the rapture instincts to take her over completely. For someone like Uni, whose external body has been fused with a rapture, her identity as a Nikke could become even more unstable. You must be careful.
I'll keep that in mind.
Holy fucking shit.
Judging by your expression, I'd say I'm on the mark.
You're something else. You know that? How did you know?
Sorry, it's a secret.
Come now, give me just a little tease.
Do we have a deal or what?
Well, it is an enticing proposal. All of my previous test subjects were Nikke's about to be scrapped. With you, I'd have a chance to implant a rapture core into someone special. A Nikke who was handcrafted by my adorable little sister, piece by piece. Uni's external body had already been fused with rapture parts, so it was already an alternative experiment in many ways. When the Mantis Squad was corrupted, I wondered if I could potentially find a use for them. But then, much to my disappointment, they were healed. After Uni, I didn't expect another opportunity like this to come along.
I'm glad that you're satisfied.
I certainly am. I had no idea such interesting Nikkes existed. I feel like I've been missing out.
Holy shit.
If I'd known about you earlier, I would have taken you in back when you got shot in the head.
If you'd done that, then this moment wouldn't be possible, would it?
Fair point. So what is it that you're really after? Why are you so willing to subject your body to my experiments? You had 3 requests. Is that really everything?
Yes, that's everything.
Now that I think about it, your requests seem rather modest. Why do you want to become stronger? Do you find you're somehow lacking when it comes to eliminating raptures?
I want to take down gluttony.
Ah, gluttony! Yes, that would be an impossible task in your current state. It is officially classified as a tyrant class, but in actuality it's far beyond that. There's a reason it's named after a cardinal sin. But didn't you receive a new body recently?
Yes, but I lack the ability to fully utilize its power.
In other words, you lack talent.
I figured if anyone would have a solution, it would be you.
You figured right. If you undergo the same experiment Uni did, you will definitely become stronger. So that problem will resolve itself automatically. However, that means one of your wishes would have been granted without any real input from me. In that case, we'll say that I owe you one. You can come to me with a request later, and I'll grant it.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. You, of all people, should know that implanting a rapture core onto a living Nikke is akin to a death sentence. If you want to back out, now's your last chance.
I've already gone through 2 memory wipes, and I'm walking around with a bomb strapped to my neck. I'm getting used to living life on the edge.
That may be so, but carrying 2 cores around is a different kind of thrill altogether.
It's no different from the pain I've had to endure up to this point.
Alright, fine. If that's what you really want, I'll stop playing around with the calling signal. I'll also give you what you want when it comes to that incubator friend of yours. As for the strength you desire, I will put it within your grasp.
Holy
Thank
shit.
you.
But I get something in return. You're now my test subject for life. I get to do whatever I want to you, and you're expected to grin and bear it. Got that?
Yes. Understood.
Good. I think you're officially fit for my experimenting table.
I hate her.
I did not expect Jian to be such a evil. Suyin is an evil bitch. We hate Suyin. All my homies hate Suyin. I did not expect Jian to be such an evil bitch, too. Runs in the family, I guess.
She's been following us ever since we left the Ark.
That's Yuni's
There's
voice.
so much terror in her eyes. And yet she still came here with the intent of ruining me and Mihara. She activated that calling signal and made me suffer. She almost got Mihara killed. If Siren wasn't there, I would have killed Mihara with my own hands. I'll never forgive her for that.
Uni?
Only steps back.
This
Uni
girl
walks
tried to
towards
put
Moy.
Mihara in danger. She's put strange thoughts into Mihara's mind. She's put Mihara in danger. I can't forgive her. I won't forgive her.
Stay back, Uni!
Yuni reaches out and grabs Moy's neck.
I must kill her. She put Mihara in danger. She's trying to kill Mihara. She killed Mihara. She's the most despicable thing there is. She's like me.
His eyes start to glow red.
Uni! I'm sorry.
Tears start to flow from Moy's
I
eyes.
know you won't forgive me.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
I know I don't deserve forgiveness.
I said I don't want to hear it.
But you have to let me save Siren. Once I've saved her, then you can kill me.
The tears from Moy's eyes fall on Yuni's hand.
Please, I'm begging you.
Please, I'm begging you. I know what those words mean. They're the words spoken when you desperately want to save someone precious to you. When you want to help them so badly, but you're powerless. And so all you can do is beg, and speak desperate, pleading words. I understand. But I don't want to. I hate that she's like me in this way. I hate that she thinks the same way I do. I can't kill her.
Yuni loosens her grip and Moy collapses to the ground. Yuni slumps to the ground.
Yumi, I'm sorry. Sorry for putting you through this. For putting you and Mihara in harm's way again.
I know you are.
I still want to save her. She's the first person to ever be kind to me. And I loved it. I don't want to lose her or that feeling no matter what.
I understand.
I know that you feel the same way about Mihara. And yes, despite me knowing that, I'm still making you go out and put yourselves in danger. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being so selfish. But I want to save her. I'm sorry.
I know it all too well. How it feels to know affection for the first time, and how it feels when you lose it. I know that sorrow. That ache. I understand why Mihara wants to help her. To be honest, I also think we should save Siren. That's why I can't find it in myself to despise her fully.
Tears start falling from Uni's mask.
But I'm scared. I'm terrified. Terrified of losing Mihara.
Two broken hearts sit together across from one another. Each understands the other more than anyone else ever could. Each feels sorry for the other, and both are afraid of losing what is most precious to them. And so they sit together and they cry.
Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Mihara!
Uni senses strange vibes coming from Mihara.
Huh? What's wrong? Is something on your mind?
Uni shakes her
What
head.
are those marks on Mori's neck?
Huh? Oh, nothing. I just bumped into a wall. Isn't that right, Uni? Isn't that right?
Well, I think something happened, but whatever it was, it seems like you two have resolved it, so I won't press.
I appreciate it. Anyways, did something happen?
No, nothing happened. I just found a way to become stronger, that's all.
What do you mean by that?
Excuse me.
Mana opens the door and
Oh,
comes
wow.
inside.
We were about to make our way over to you. I appreciate you coming to us.
I think we can skip the small talk. Here.
Mana hands Mori a glass jar containing crystals
These are
and
the
batteries.
E2 crystals for the operation.
Okay.
As I mentioned, they absorb electrical energy and are incredibly dangerous. For Nikke's, even the slightest physical contact with these crystals will cause the body to be corrupted. Do not ever take them out of the jar. Under any circumstances, if by any chance you do accidentally come into contact with the crystals, you must immediately shut down the power to that area of your body to prevent it from spreading. Understood?
Got it.
Mihara,
Yes?
everything is riding on this. Failure isn't an option.
I owe you, Mana.
If you want to repay me, come back alive. All of you. I'll be waiting.
We'll come back, no matter what.
Holy shit. The sound of something melting. The sound of something boiling. The sound of flowing liquid. Amidst these countless sinister sounds, Little Mermaid opens her eyes. Beyond the thinning bubble lies a crimson ocean. And inside of that, the core. Lies Gluttony's core staring back at her. Oh shit! Little Mermaid senses it immediately.
Discovered. Gluttony knows I've been hiding the AA pillar from it. The bubble barrier is thinner than before. Probably because I condensed some of the bubbles around the AA pillar. That must have made it easier to detect.
The bubble ignites as it touches the seawater. Droplets rush out to repair the crumbling bubble wall. Silver liquid seeps through the gaps that can't be repaired in time.
You want to eat this, don't you?
Little Mermaid tightly embraces the encased AA pillar and gazes at Gluttony's core.
Well, you can't have it. I don't care how much you glare at me. I'm not handing it over. I won't let you have it. My bubbles will dissolve the energy, and it will disappear.
The searing pain courses through Mermaid's entire body, from her fingertips to her toes. At the same time, bubbling sensation surges from within her.
Limit, and I'm starting to feel the side effects from the bubbles. For long, my entire body will be turned into liquid metal. Ew.
As her vision gradually fades, Willow Mermaid wonders, if she closes her eyes, how many more times will she be able to open them?
No, I can't stop now. Not until all this energy is depleted.
Desperately embracing the immense energy to keep it from escaping, Willow Mermaid closes her eyes again. Mihara and Uni track Gluttony's movements. Meanwhile, Mori follows behind, not saying a word. Along the way, they encounter rapture after rapture. Time and time again, they take them down. Relocate Glutton's trail and press forward. It is Mori's first true skirmish with the rapture, entirely unlike her previous encounters with them. In the past, she'd only caught glimpses of raptors while fleeing with support squads. But this is something else altogether, and altogether more terrifying. It feels as if the raptors could end her life at any moment with a single attack. Her wounds accumulate and wear her down. So many times she wants to collapse, to run away. She wants nothing more than to dig a hole in the ground and hide, but each time Mori thinks of this, she clenches her teeth and think about the two others whom she dragged into this. She thinks about Uni's eyes, filled with tears and terrified of losing Mihara, of Mihara's relentless efforts to grant her wish, of Siren who had sacrificed herself in order to save everyone, and that was now trapped inside Gluttony, facing her imminent doom. Mori thinks about every word Siren had said, every affectionate gesture she had shown to her, and as she recalls all this, Mori rejects her fear. She forced herself up again, forced her feet to move forward. She tightens her grip on her gun, even though she wants to grab a shovel and dig. On and on she runs without any concept of day and night, until finally...
I'm not seeing a trail anymore. Gluttony must be close.
We're just one step away from the place where Little Mermaid is waiting.
We finally found her.
There's a beach here. Yes, this should work nicely.
Is Gluttony here?
Yeah, it should be underground, within a 10-kilometer radius.
10 kilometers? How are we supposed to find it?
How do you think? We need to lure it out.
But how?
By using the beach, for starters. Setting up here will allow us to minimize the amount of raptures that could swarm us.
Then what?
Since Gluttony reacts to strong energy sources, I'd say it stands to reason that's what we have to use to lure it, don't you?
Do we have something that's capable of producing that much energy?
We do. Both of you, listen to me carefully. I'll lure out Gluttony. Uni, once I get it to stop, you need to make sure it doesn't close its mouth. You need to hold it open for as long as you can, however you can. Until Mori and Siren are out of there. There's a chance they might not be able to escape through Gluttony's breathing hole. While Uni's doing that, Mori, you need to take the E2 crystals and hop inside its mouth.
Okay.
The main reason Siren refuses to come out is that she intends on sacrificing herself in order to eliminate the energy inside the AA pillar. In other words, if we can't convince Siren to leave of her own accord, we can't save her. That's why your role is the most crucial, Mori. Not only do you have to go back inside Gluttony and plant the E2 crystals onto its core, you also have to meet up with Siren and convince her to come out. You can do it. No. You need to do it. We came here to save a life, not to lose our own.
You're right. I have to do it. I have to save her no matter what. That's why I asked for your help.
Based. Mori looks at Uni and
Both are
Mihara.
risking your lives for my sake. I won't fail you.
Fucking tell him.
You've become a real trustworthy ally, Mori.
Don't make fun of me when I'm being serious.
All right. Anyway, shall we get started?
Oh, yes. Mihara walks forward. Uni ardently grabs Mihara's hand. She shakes her head at Mihara, who she can't explain why her instincts are telling her to stop Mihara.
Uni.
Uni shakes her head desperately, pleading from her not to go through with this.
It's okay. I would never leave you behind. We promised each other that we would truly see each other, that we would feel each other's pain, and that we would atone for our sins together. I haven't forgotten that promise, and I intend to keep it.
You need
Trust
Mahara
me.
lock eyes.
And wait, failure is not an option.
You lose feel
Thank you,
Mahara's
Uni.
hand.
I'll be back.
Mahara steps forward again,
Code
leaving Uni
release.
behind.
Activate all cores to their limit. Initiate fusion.
Recognition complete. Activate all cores in body to their limit. Error. Reaction error. Fusion unsuccess. Unlock code. Deep.
The Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Wait, deep? No. 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 Deep? You telling me the bitch from the fucking... I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Holy shit, no. This could not be the same fusion like Red Hood and Rappy, right? Deep and Mahara? Because Deep was that bitch at the bottom of the lift. In the footstep walk run event. No way, not Deep, bro. Nah. I did not... I did not see this coming.
Activate all cores in body to their limit. Initiating fusion.
And Mahara's core starts to glow red. There's no way. Mahara curls up, unable to withstand the pain.
What did you just say? Put what where?
Mana, you did receive what I sent, didn't you?
I believe so. Are you talking about this?
Mahara points to a palm-sized
That's
black
it.
box.
Looks like it arrived safely. I was worried because the elevator wasn't working properly. I suppose sending something small doesn't pose any issues.
I would like you to insert this in my body.
Excuse me?
It's a special gift I prepared for Mihara to get her stronger much more quickly. Tuck it safe and sound beside her Nikke core if you would. I would have loved to handle it myself, what with this being the first experiment and all. But as you know, I don't exactly have freedom of movement right now.
I'm still not following.
Mihara was the one who contacted me. Quite eagerly, I must say. She told me she requires additional strength in order to fight gluttony. Given that she couldn't utilize her current body's ability to its fullest, she wanted my help, and to that end, she agreed to become my test subject.
Mihara?
That's why I prepared this little doohickey for her. It's quite risky, to be sure, but if you want to enhance a Nikke's abilities in one go, it's the best option available.
So it's meant to enhance Nikke's abilities, yet you're having me insert it beside her core separately. Is this a rapture core?
You're familiar with the ins and outs of Nikke bodies. I'm sure you can insert it next to her current core easily enough, right?
This is incredibly dangerous. If I insert this inside her, the Nikke core could...
Do you remember your promise from long ago? You said you would help me the next time I wanted to do something good. Well, now's that time. I can't leave the Ark at the moment, and Mihara needs to fortify her strength straight away. That leaves us with you, Mana. You're the only one who can do this.
You call inserting this inside a Nikke a good thing?
Of course. I'm giving a Nikke who wants to be stronger the power she deserves. What's more benevolent than that?
But a Nikke and Rapture core can't exist together. You of all people should know that a Nikke's core...
Yes, I know. Nikke cores have a barrier which prevents them from reacting with other cores. But what if you could break past that barrier?
What? Are you telling me you figured out a way? How?
That's my little secret. If I told you, you might have to get sent somewhere awfully dangerous. You don't want that, do you?
No.
Now then, be a good girl, would you?
Holy shit.
Don't let your curiosity get the best of you. Don't peek inside the box and just put it inside her, okay?
Understood.
What's this barrier you're both talking about?
Nikke cores have a safety mechanism, which makes it so they can't react with other cores. Even if it's two Nikke cores in one body, it prevents them from interacting. It would also prevent Rapture cores from devouring the Nikke core. and vice versa.
You mean Nikke and Rapture cores can consume each other?
Yes, a clear example of that is core dust. It can distill a rapture core down to its essence and use that to stimulate growth within a Nikke's own core.
Jen!
Oh dear, there I go again, running my mouth. If you knew any more about this, Mihara, you'd never be allowed up on the surface again. So I'll stop there. On the other hand, it's nice knowing the stakes, don't you think?
Holy
Of
shit.
course. It's important to know these things.
Now then, Mihara, once that core is implanted into your body, all the abilities you previously couldn't draw out from your body will fully awaken. If there are no changes after the surgery, then it means your body itself is defective. However, I can quite confidently say that my sister is the best of the best when it comes to building Nikkes, so I'm sure you'll become much stronger, Mihara. That is, if you can endure the pain. Every prior test subject has died because they couldn't withstand the pain. You, however, said you'd be willing to do anything, so I'm sure you'll be able to endure it, won't you?
Of course.
I can't wait to see how it turns out.
You evil bastard. Mihara clenches her teeth. Just as Jean warned, the pain beyond anything imaginable courses through Mihara's body. Her vision repeatedly turns red, fades away, and then comes back.
Warning, system error. Warning, core response error. Warning, core resonance activation. Connecting code. Error. Warning, core type. Match. Error. Warning, barrier. Reactivation required.
A series of warning sounds and error messages pour out.
I know. You're not used to a core like this, but you've got to accept it.
Mihara closes her eyes and begins to suppress the sensation surging through her. Inside her body, near her core, is a searing heat like a blazing inferno. The conflagration expands and begins to engulf Mihara's own core.
Barrier. Reactivation required. Warning, barrier. Reactivation required.
Countless warning sounds echo in her head. Mihara's movement, senses, and everything slowly becomes consumed by the fire.
If this continues, my body will...
Mihara's body begins to glowing even redder. The side of her core boils like a massive fireball, a volcano on the edge of eruption. As it rages on, her consciousness drifts further and further away. It's then that Mihara realizes the moment she is completely consumed by the flames, she, as she knows, herself would cease to exist. From somewhere she can't see, someone is screaming. A familiar voice cries out in agony. It screams, imploring her not to leave her behind again. Who's calling me? He and Mihara lock eyes. Yuni's eyes tremble with fear, terrified of losing Mihara once again. Her eyes beg Mihara to keep her promise. Mihara can't let those eyes be filled with despair again. Mihara bites down on her cheek. Harder. The sharp pain in her mouth pulls Mihara back to life.
Me. Don't worry. I'll accept it all. The pain. The sorrow. The desperation. All of it. I'll take it all in. I will never abandon you. This time. No matter what. I will bring you back on the right path. If we die together. And if we live together. I will claim this power as my own, in order to protect our bond. No matter how great the pain, I'll do this, so that no one will ever take you away from me again.
Light begins to radiate from Mihara's body. A purplish light, dark enough almost to be black, bursts forth from Mihara's core, and chain-like patterns of the same color spread all over her body. Mihara recognizes changes in her body. She now realizes how to awaken the sensations contained within all living things. No matter how much larger her target is, no matter how overwhelmingly powerful they are, or how much pain they can endure, none of it matters anymore. So long as her foes are alive and connected to her via these chains on her body, she knows that she now can feel their pain as well. She can endure any amount of suffering they inflict upon her. That she is certain.
Power. My arms could be ripped off. My entire body could be smashed to a pulp, and I would enjoy it. There's no limit to the pain that I can now endure. How thrilling. Oh, the fun I'm going to have.
With the squeaking sound of chain links, the patterns on her body fade and then disappear into her
In order
skin.
to establish a connection with these chains,
More or less the pendulum attached to the end of her
all
whip.
I have to do is stab the enemy with this. Siren was right. If this is the kind of ability she originally envisioned, then the sensory exchange I was capable of before could only be considered a failure.
Mara looked at Uni and Mori, who were watching her
Are
anxiously.
you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I've never felt this powerful in my life. Almost omnipotent. And considering how much energy I just released, it's bound to come calling. Everyone, back up.
Wendy emerges from the ground.
Now that our guest has accepted my invitation, let's go, Uni.
Mara steps forward, presumably a female prison warden about to leave a massive prison for her
Let the
prey.
hunt begin.
If what's not saying is correct, if we were gonna say lore accurate, overspec Mahara is fucking broken. Mahara swings her whip towards Gluttony. Sensing the threat, Gluttony attempts to retreat downward.
Sorry to tell you this, but you're not going anywhere.
Mahara lunges forward, striking at Gluttony with the pendulum. Gluttony twists his body
It's good at sensing danger.
and blocks the blade with its teeth.
Maybe it knows instinctively that a hit from this is bad news.
Mahara steps back and swings the pendulum towards Gluttony
Mihara,
once more.
Watch out for the tentacles.
Gluttony expands its tentacles towards Mahara. Uni grabs the tentacles. Gluttony's tentacles writhe as if trying to escape Uni's grasp. But she clenches the squirming bundle of feelers tightly and refuses to let go.
Uni,
With a thundering roar, a shower of splinters burst from Gluttony's body.
Everyone, duck!
Mori fires her weapon at the charge, hurtling towards Mihara and Uni. Some fragments that she wasn't able to shoot down fall to the
Wow.
ground.
your shooting is really improved, Mori.
I still missed a few, so don't get too comfortable.
Thankfully, it's too busy digesting something to spew out that silver liquid. In that case, we've got a chance.
Mihara tightens her grip on her whip and charges forward. Mihara dodges the gaping maw attempting to swallow her, and drives the pendulum
Now
into
then.
Gluttony. Dark purple chain-like patterns begin to etch themselves onto Gluttony's body, accompanied by a cold metallic sound. At the same time, similar patterns appear on
Now that our
Mihara's
chains
body.
are connected, why don't we swap our senses?
The chain patterns engraved on Gluttony and Mihara's bodies glow lambent purple, and the sounds of chains tightening fills the air.
I can feel it. So this is what you're feeling. You really do have so much inside you. Then you've never felt the sensation of your own cheek being bitten down on, have you? Would you like me to show you? Let's enjoy this pain together.
Mihara opens wide and bites down on the inside of her mouth. Gluttony convulses as if in unbearable pain.
You're so spirited now. Why don't we enjoy a little more?
Gluttony trembles violently, its teeth clattering from the
My
agony.
goodness. I didn't expect the pain to be so bad that you'd try to close your mouth. We can't have that. Otherwise Mori won't be able to pass through. Uni?
Uni lets go of the tentacles and quickly dashes forward. She pries open the struggling Gluttony's mouth and forces her body inside. While bearing the weight of its descending fangs, she keeps its jaw forcibly open. Gluttony continues to spasm in pain. Uni uses every ounce of her strength to keep the creature's mouth open as the crushing weight of the razor-sharp teeth bears down on
your
her.
body can't handle the stress. You're incredible, Uni. Mori, You have exactly 30 minutes. Not a second more. After that, my sensory exchange will be severed. You've got to convince Siren before then.
30 minutes? That's all I have?
Can you do it?
Yes, I can do this.
Then go. Go and rescue Siren.
Okay.
Mori looks at Uni, who seems to be calling to her. Uni and Mori lock eyes.
I can't believe it. Did she just wish you good luck?
I think so. Thank you, Uni. I'll rescue Siren if it's the last thing I do.
Mori looks ahead towards the black chasm. That is Gluttony's gaping maw. Meanwhile, Uni desperately continues to keep the jaws open. Mori hurtles herself towards the creature's mouth, and the black abyss slowly draws closer to her. Suddenly,
Huh?
something falls at her feet, a compass and a map that guide the way to the Ark. First aid kit to heal her wounds, a chocolate bar to keep her hunger at bay, a field shovel that has saved her skin more than once at critical moments. Everything that has kept her alive until now falls to the ground, and the reality she's have been determined to avoid comes crushing at her head on. Along with it, the fear of death comes crashing in. Somewhere deep inside her, a voice screams for her to stop. Part of her wants to stop right there and cry out that she can't do this. This is clearly insane, like a suicide mission. What if Siren is already dead? What if she never realizes Mori's coming to save her? What if there's even the tiniest bit of silver liquid left in Gluttony's throat? Or if Uni can't hold on any longer and the mouth closes? What if Mahara collapses and can no longer restrain Gluttony? She'll die. She'll die in the most excruciating way. The life she's fought so hard to hold on to will crumble away in an instant. Just like how that shovel fell to the ground. So will she go plummeting in death's cold embrace? Even so, she has to run. She must. There are people out there who have risked their lives for her. It's time for her to repay the affection she's been given. She is here to save the person who reached out and gave her a reason to live. She has to go to her. Mori ignores the fallen remnants of her life, summons her strength, and pushes off the ground with all her might. She sends herself hurtling forward, hurtling towards the lifeless abyss. Oh! There is a massive tremor and the Crimson Sea begins to surge violently.
Sound.
Little Mermaid lifts her head and gazes above.
Is shaky?
Little Mermaid closes her eyes and focuses on the sounds Gluttony is making. Deep vibrations reverberate through Gluttony's body as it tries to move. Meanwhile, all the liquid inside it churns violently.
As if it's fighting against something. But what?
Little Mermaid focuses even more, listening intently to the noises coming from outside. The sound of something being pierced into Gluttony's body. The agonizing cries of Gluttony as it writhes in pain.
Hurting it.
The sound of something blocking Gluttony's mouth. The sound of footsteps.
This way? Siren!
Little Mermaid looks up. Through the gap of Gluttony's open mouth, light pours in, and within that light, Mori is there. Little Mermaid frantically raises her hand.
Save her!
The bubble stretches from Little Mermaid's fingertips. It wraps around Mori. Shortly after, the bubble lands on the tree.
I really thought I was gonna die.
What are you doing here again?
Hold on.
Mori hurriedly digs through her belongings. Inside is a glass bottle. The E2 crystals and battery remain intact.
Thank goodness. I got it through safely.
Mori?
Siren,
Mori grabs Little Mermaid's
let's
arm.
get out of here.
Holy shit, it's getting good! We're down to the
Let's get
final
out of this
three.
place, Siren. Mihara and Uni are waiting for us outside. They're keeping Gluttony from moving. We need to leave at once.
I can't. I must ensure the AA pillar's energy is completely depleted.
You can do that outside. You just need to take it with you so that Gluttony can't consume it.
That's impossible. Gluttony is instinctively drawn to substantial energy sources. Even if we take it outside, Gluttony won't stop chasing it until it's consumed once more. If it does swallow it and ends up digesting it, there'll be no going back.
Then we have to take out Gluttony.
I'm sorry. I can't go up against Gluttony now.
Not with my powers weakened as they are.
Look, we can use this.
Oi holds out the glass bottle and shows it to
What
Little
is
Mermaid.
that?
This thing absorbs electrical energy. If we can lodge it into Gluttony's core, we might be able to stop it.
Oh, how does it work?
I honestly don't really understand the mechanics, but Mana, a researcher from MMR, said that if this comes into contact with Gluttony's core, it'll expand and absorb all of Gluttony's energy until it ceases to be.
But doesn't that mean it would also be dangerous for us Nikkes?
Yes, but Mana said it'll be fine as long as it's contained somehow. Like in this glass bottle. They were originally intending to use the AA pillar to eliminate the crystals. But then Gluttony swallowed it and threw a wrench in the works.
So that's what the AA pillar was doing here in the first place.
I don't pretend to know all the details, but if we inject this into Gluttony's core, we can stop it. So let's be done with this and get the hell out of here.
Little Mermaid takes the glass bottle from Mori.
Siren?
Mori,
Yes?
you came back to this hellish place to give me this?
Yes.
Thank you, Mori, and I'm sorry.
Little Mermaid gently moves Mori's hand from
I'm
her arm.
not leaving this place.
What?
I will use this to defeat Gluttony. But first, you must leave.
No, I'm not leaving without you.
I might not be able to hit Gluttony's core on the first try. Even if I do manage to insert it into the core, it might not have the effect that we expect. Someone has to stay behind and keep watch.
Then we'll both stay.
We don't know how dangerous these crystals are, or what effects they will have on the bubbles, or Nikkes. If things go wrong, we could both end up dead.
And we'll die together.
Mori!
Don't even think about using your Kotodama on me. No matter how many times you send me out, I'll find a way to crawl back in.
Mori, don't do this.
No. You stop this. Don't throw your life away just because there's a tiny chance things might not go as planned. If there's even the slightest possibility, you need to cling to it. Stay alive.
Mori!
I know that I can't be of any help here. I'm not a goddess of victory like you. And even getting Gluttony to swallow me was a struggle. I can't even shoot well enough to block all the debris flying at me and my friends. There's no way I can lodge these crystals into Gluttony's core either. Not with my pathetic strength. I'm just a useless Nikke with nothing but this body. An incompetent member of the incubator squad who's about to be scrapped. I can't make a single impact in this filthy, cruel world. I know that.
Mori stares straight at Little Mermaid with tear-filled eyes.
I want to save you. I want to do that much, at least. You told me to live, that you were glad I was born. You saved my life. I want to see a world where you can be happy, so live. Show me that it's possible. Prove to me that the world is a kind and beautiful place. That as long as you keep living, someday happiness will come.
Well, I'm gonna tear up right now. Fuck.
More. Prove to me that kindness should be repaid with kindness. That this is how we can find happiness. That good people will be rewarded someday. You're the only person who's ever celebrated my existence. You're the one and only true goddess of victory.
Goddess of victory.
I don't want to live in a world where you're not around. I'll lose all semblance of hope. How could I go on living in a world where no one celebrates my being there? So live for me, even if there's one small chance at survival. Cling to it and seize victory. Stay alive and keep surviving. Save me.
Mori extends her hand towards Little Mermaid.
My goddess of victory.
Little Mermaid looks at Mori's outstretched hand and then into her eyes, which stare straight back at her. The eyes of someone who truly believes in her. Eyes filled with unwavering faith. Eyes that seem utterly unbreakable. In those eyes, Little Mermaid can see herself, Mori's goddess of victory. Finally, something dawns upon Little Mermaid. She recalls how so many years ago her friend had offered her hand in front of the lift. And the vow they made that day.
The story isn't over yet. I must continue writing it. Not just for myself, but for all of you as well.
Did we step into the lift that day expecting to succeed? No. We never tried to predict our success. Instead, we simply carried out our mission, which was to rewrite our story. I promise
The
that.
story we'll write from now on
Shit, man.
won't be one of failure, but one with a happy ending. Come,
Such a happy ending.
let's write our story.
Oh, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry yet. It's not even the end, bro. We risk our lives to become the goddesses of victory who will never fail again.
Oh,
Little mermaid looks again at the hand extended towards her. Every time she wavered and wanted to run away, her friend's unshakable faith guided her. And now once more, that hand is reaching out to her.
you're right. I can't give up. If there's even the slightest chance of us being able to rewrite our story, I have to take it.
Little mermaid grabs
I
Moi's
will
hand.
survive. I will become the indomitable goddess of victory.
Yes, that's it.
Together, we'll survive and forge our own happy ending.
I'm not gonna cry. 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 Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry again. Don't
Looks
cry
like
again
you
on stream.
finally calmed down a bit.
Lenny seems to be consumed by pain, its body shaking violently and
Even a
stiffening.
big old rapture like you has its limits when it comes to pain, huh?
Uni's arms, which had been holding Glenny's mouth open, begin to
Uni.
creak.
It's exerting a lot of force, isn't it?
Uni
Shall I
nods
help
her
you
head.
with this?
Uni
You
shakes
can
her
handle
head.
it? You're incredible, Uni. I know it must be tough, but you're holding up well.
Uni looks at her creaking arms. The force is immense, but she can't let go. Because the moment she does, 2 lives will be in danger. Uni suddenly feels as if the weight of pressing down on her is that of 2 lives. And then she remembers the way she frivolously threw words around when taking countless lives. If she were to bear the weight of all the lives lost to her thoughtless words back then, just how heavy would it be? In that instant, Uni feels the unbearable weight of her sins. She now realizes the full weight of that promise she made then. The promise that she would do anything. The greater her realization, the greater the weight upon her sins of her sins upon her shoulders. It crushes her, suffocates her.
It's
Uni looks at
okay.
Mahara.
You're not alone. I'm here to bear the burden with you. That's why I gain this strength. So, let's save them. Let's rescue those who see our presence as a gift. The ones who consider us friends. If we keep saving them all, one by one, maybe someday, we'll be able to find the path to redemption. I'll be right there with you, Uni, until we reach the end of that path, so don't be afraid. Anyway, I wonder if Mori managed to convince Siren. What's with all this shaking?
From inside Glenny's mouth, 2 small bubbles pop out. 2 tiny bubbles pour towards Uni and Mahara's ears and whisper,
Uni! Mihara!
Siren?
Give back!
Uni!
Mahara quickly pulls out the pendulum and retreats along with Uni. Just as they've made their escape, a massive water bubble shoots out of Glenny's mouth.
Wow!
The bubble plunges into the ocean, and then, as Mahara pulls Uni down, silver liquid pours down from the sky. Mahara opens her eyes. A massive purple bubble spreads out above Uni and Mahara like an umbrella, shielding them from the silver rain. At the center stands Little Mermaid and
I
Mori.
won't let anything hurt you. Ever.
Siren!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
A few minutes earlier,
Siren,
Oh?
do I really have to fire this thing?
Mori nervously looks at the bubble gun in her hand.
Let me make sure I've got this right. The bubble bullet containing the crystals is loaded in here, and once I pull the trigger, it'll fly straight towards the core, right?
And while you do that, I'll send this entire space up to the surface. That way, we can protect ourselves from any unforeseen dangers the crystals might pose.
You're going to bring up this entire area?
That's why I need your help. The moment I make this space float, that's when you fire that gun.
Damn.
That way, the bullet will hit the core at the same time we surface.
But what if I mess up?
It's okay. The bullet will find its mark. I guarantee it.
In other words, even if I miss, you'll use your kotodama to make sure it lands where it should.
Uh-huh.
All right then.
Boy positions herself under the bubble tree where she has the clearest view of Gluttony's core.
I'm ready. Let me know when I need to shoot.
Alright then.
Little Mermaid closes her eyes and gives a command to every bubble in the surrounding area.
All together now. Let's rise to the surface.
The powerful tremor of the space encased in bubbles begins to float. Molly locks her eyes onto Gluttony's floating red
Here
core.
goes nothing.
She pulls the trigger. The bullet ejects from the bubble gun, pierces through the bubble wall, and heads straight for Gluttony's core.
Hit your mark.
I thought I was gonna die back there.
What
Molly
about the
collapses into the
crystals?
ground.
We made sure it hit Gluttony's core. We saw it start to expand.
Formerly paralyzed Gluttony starts to slowly
I guess
lurch
that
about.
wasn't quite enough to do the trick.
Yes, but it looks like it had no effect.
Little Mermaid points to Gluttony's mouth. Inside its gaping maw, countless crystals continuously form and dissolve into the silver liquid.
Looks like it chowed down on those crystals, all right.
We must eliminate Gluttony once and for all before the silver liquid completely dissolves the crystals. So, I'd like to ask, will you fight by my side?
Little Mermaid turns around.
As if you had to ask.
Huh?
Of course we're with you. That's why we came here.
Yeah. Don't be silly and ask such an obvious question. I already told you. We're all coming back alive.
Little Mermaid is surrounded by friends who risk their lives to save her, friends who are
You're
unbreakable.
right. We're all making it out of here alive. Let's win this together.
All right.
Encounter!
Okay, bro, my friend said this last cutscene was so good. Oh, I'm afraid I'm gonna cry, bro. I almost cried before this one. Gluttony roars
How
at the
did this thing
ground.
ever get tired? It's taken one heck of a beating, and it's still making such intense vibrations.
The core is certainly holding up better than we expected. It isn't breaking apart like we thought it would. Maybe the core has gotten weak, and there's not enough energy reaching the crystals.
If only we could throw some kind of bait to make the core expand and the crystals grow larger.
Bait! I've got just the thing!
What? Oh, you mean the AA pillar?
Oh, right. I totally forgot about that thing.
Since it's already been melted by the silver liquid, it should be absorbed quickly.
If we feed that to the core, the crystals should grow much larger.
Uh-huh.
Well then, let's get this thing to open wide, so you can feed it a little treat.
Let's go.
Molly fires barrage of bullets at Gluttony's battered body, and tentacles try to burrow into the ground to avoid the bullets. A Uni grabs hold of them, preventing the beast from
Nice
retreating
going,
underground. Mihara swings her whip towards Gluttony, and lodges the pendulum firmly into its body. Gluttony spews silver liquid into the
Watch
air.
out!
Spread out.
The Little Mermaid whispers, the array of bubbles
Don't
expand
you dare go
in,
around spewing such
in every
dangerous
direction.
stuff.
Chain patterns appear on Mihara and Gluttony's body and
Shall we
begin
have
to
another
glow.
go at it together?
Mihara bites down on the inside of her cheek. For a brief moment, Gluttony freezes as if unable to withstand
Siren.
the pain.
Oh, you want this pillar so badly? Come and get it!
As the Little Mermaid stretches her arms, bubbles brimming with the AA pillar's energy bloom into the air.
Everyone, step back!
Okay,
All right.
Mihara yanks out the pendulum. In a desperate fit, Gluttony opens its mouth wide and lunges towards the Little Mermaid, its colossal body scraping against the ground.
You want food?
Little Mermaid swings her hand, and the bubbles all fly towards Gluttony's core.
Chew on this!
The silver liquid within the bubbles seeps into Gluttony's core. Then, the two crystals absorb the energy surging forth from the core, causing them to rapidly expand.
Break apart!
At last, Gluttony's core shatters, When he collapses to the ground. The crystals that filled its mouth shatter as well.
It's finally
The underground vibrations grow fainter.
What's that?
I think it's Gluttony's main body.
Wait, you're telling me there's more to this thing?
No wonder I sensed something more when I exchanged senses with it. That must have been the connection to its main body.
You're right. When I was inside its throat, I used the bubbles to investigate. Gluttony consists of one massive main body with multiple mouths attached to it. The
Holy
place where I was
fuck.
staying was inside the throat of one of those mouth organs.
And just keep in mind, one of those mouth organs alone is like 18 stories tall. 18 stories tall, one mouth organ. And that's not even its main body. What the fuck is its main body? And it has multiple mouth organs. That's a lot of fucking rapture, motherfucker. Holy shit.
So, the core we just destroyed is the core of that mouth?
I'm afraid so.
So that's why you kept saying we were inside its throat and not its stomach. That's some rapture.
How can you still laugh at a time like this? What are we gonna do if that thing comes back?
It won't, judging by how faint those sounds are. It seems to have run away.
So it severed one of its mouths and fled?
It most likely ran away because its main body was about to be swallowed by the crystal.
Nice to know we had it against the ropes, considering how it ran off with its tail tucked between its legs. I doubt it will be back anytime soon. It knows that this place is filled with his worst nightmare.
So what then? Did we win?
Yes, we did.
We won! We won!
He collapses to the ground. Uni also collapses.
Good job, everyone!
Siren, how does it feel to be back in the great outdoors after so long?
Oh, well...
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I guess it has been a long time for you.
Yeah, it's been a really long time.
Little Mermaid looks up at the sky. Instead of the familiar underwater scenery, a real sky comes into view. Holy shit.
Wow, the sun is rising.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Beyond the horizon, the sun slowly ascends, fading surroundings in golden light.
Breathtaking. The world is so...
Damn, why are you getting emotional?
beautiful.
You bet it is.
Why are you getting emotional, damn it?
Uni, Mori.
Tears flow from Little Mermaid's
Thank
eyes.
you for saving me.
Don't want to cry, man.
Siren.
What are you crying for?
Because I'm so thankful.
I'm gonna cry.
I never
Don't
thought
cry.
I'd be able to see the sun again.
Don't
To
cry.
be able to set my feet on solid ground.
Don't
Breathe
cry.
the fresh air. I didn't
Don't
even
cry,
dare
man.
dream
Don't
of
cry.
it.
Cry.
Siren.
Thank you for saving me. For not giving up on me. For extending your hands out to me.
Oh man, don't you cry. If you do, oh.
Yeah, don't cry.
Crying too.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Oh,
When he covers her face with her hands.
don't cry, Mori.
Don't you start laughing. Do you have any idea how worried I was? Don't you ever do that again. No more heroic sacrifices or any of that nonsense. Never again. You hear me?
Yes, okay.
As when golden sunrise, a flustered little mermaid consoles Mori, who was wiping away tears. Meanwhile, Uni simply gazes at the moving scene before her.
Uni, how are you feeling? How does it feel saving someone for the first time?
Uni looks at her battered arms, and Mori and Little Mermaid are laughing together.
Feels good? If you feel good, then so do I. You did great. All right, you two. That's enough moving around now. That girl. Isn't that one of your bubbles, Siren?
Oh,
Everyone looks in the direction my heart is pointing. And sees a girl with long pigtails made of purplish
those
bubbles.
are the bubbles I sent to find Cinderella.
Little mermaid reaches out towards the girl. But the bubbles disperse and eventually
What's she
dissipate.
doing here?
Siren! Over there! Look!
Mori points out behind the little mermaid. Wait, oh no, wait, what? Oh my god.
Over there!
I'm gonna cry, man.
Siren? Cinderella?
Well, what are you waiting for?
God.
I'm gonna cry. Yep, I'm crying. Fuck it.
Our voices soar together, carving stars, hand in hand, chains is it really you? It's warm. Cinderella! Cinderella! I missed you, Siren.
Oh my god, I'm crying, man. Fuck, dude, they're gonna take my glasses off and back to
It's
crying.
Eve. Oh, Eve?
Fuck, man.
Siren. It's a good thing you decided to stay alive, huh?
God damn it. No. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. That was a very, very, very great way to end it. Oh, my, he was right, bro. He was right. It was so peak. Okay, this is obviously added at the end of the video, at the part of a different live stream. The final cutscene of Unbreakable Sphere was not available at the time that we covered it, which is why I'm going over this now. Just want to put that in there. After the emotional reunion, Little Mermaid took everyone to the real ocean in a bubble.
It's beautiful. Is this a place you created?
Amazing.
Cinderella and Graves stare at the bubble tree.
Wow. I never thought I'd be able to visit the ocean depths.
It's certainly easier on the eyes than inside Gluttony's throat. Is this all made from bubbles?
Oh, it's because of Abe that I'm capable of all this.
The past me?
Oh,
I wonder how it was made. Do you mind if I look into it?
oh, I'll tell you everything I know.
Thank you.
Conduct as much research as you like, is what she said.
Do you want to visit the bubble workshop? Or would you rather go back to the bubbles?
No.
They're both so beautiful.
Molly looks at Little Mermaid's face and explains to Cinderella and Grave what
Look
she
at her.
sees.
She can't even conceal her joy. How could she have thought of dying inside Gluttony without meeting anyone? And she's that happy.
Are you jealous?
That's not it.
Sure.
Uni also thinks you're jealous.
I said no. It's nice to see her happy. That's all.
Wow, Mori. I've never heard you speak so frankly.
Huh? What are you talking about? I know how to say things like this, you know.
Of course I know.
Good grief.
I'm right there with you, Mori. I'm glad that Siren is happy too.
Anyway, how long are you guys going to be staying here?
Until we have a chance to catch our breath, I suppose.
And how long is that?
I'd say a week at most. I contacted Mana and told her everything was resolved, but I still need to meet with her and give a full report on what we learned here. And there's also someone else I have to report to about my body.
I see. I guess that's when I'll head out as well.
Where'll you go?
Where else, you goof? The Ark. That reminds me, I have you to thank for me not getting scrapped. Thank you, Mihara.
You heard about that?
Yes. I got a message from a certain someone.
Jin.
She congratulated me on the mission being a resounding success.
Jien.
You've done me a huge favor, Mihara. I'll be sure to pay you back someday. At any rate, I'll be stuck in the Ark doing whatever comes my way. But I'll find a way, somehow, to pay you back.
I appreciate the thought, Mori, but I don't think you're going to be at the Ark.
What?
Never mind. Well then, what do you say we start properly enjoying our vacation?
Good point. Who knows when we'll get another chance like this? We need to take it all in.
Mori gazes beyond the bubbles into the ocean where the golden sunlight is shining
We
down.
mustn't forget that beautiful places like this exist.
Ensconced within a sea so beautiful that it feels torn from a fairy tale. New friends introduce themselves to one another. Meanwhile, old friends reminisce about past memories, share stories of their time spent apart, and laugh together. Has been 100 years since Cinderella, Grave, and Siren have seen each other. Together they write the first page of a new story.
I suppose it's time for us to all part ways.
Mihara? Uni, thank you for everything. If there ever comes a day when you need help, I'll come running.
We should be the ones thanking you. I hope we can see each other again someday.
I'm sure we will. So long as we want to see each other. I know that we'll meet once again, definitely.
Yes, let's meet again someday.
Yes!
Hey! What's the big idea? Why do you keep leaving me out of your goodbyes? It's kinda hard not to take it personally. I'm leaving too. From now on, don't ever part from your friends. Live together with them, and be well. Don't foolishly try to throw your life away to save someone. Not everyone is like you. Be a little more cautious, okay?
Oh,
Don't just stand there. Say something.
where are you going?
The Ark. Where else?
Why?
What do you mean by why? It's the only place I have left to go.
Weren't you coming with me?
What?
You said it while we were both trapped inside Gluttony. That we'd both make it out of there alive and write a happy ending together. Don't you remember?
I remember. I just thought you were talking about getting out of that rapture.
You don't want to stay with me anymore?
What? No! Of course I want to stay with you. Are you sure that'd be okay?
Oh?
You've seen for yourself how useless I am in battle.
I don't know, you kind of did a good job with the gluttony there.
All I'm good for is digging holes in the ground.
It's okay.
I barely have any survival skills either. I don't really have anything that I'm good at.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know the first thing about what it means to travel on the surface. I'll only drag you down. Are you sure you're okay with that?
Oh.
You might be okay with it, but what about your friends?
It doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, you became one of us the moment you risked your life to save Siren.
That's why I love Cinderella.
If Cinderella is okay with it, so am I.
You guys.
It's okay, Mori. Really. I've gotten to know you quite well. You're thoughtful, smart, brave, and you're also my friend.
Oh. Thank you, Maria. Thank you for the follow. I'll think about it. Right now I'm focused on the deep dive. Thank you for the follow.
So I'll take your advice to heart. From now on, I won't live recklessly and put my life in jeopardy. I'll make sure my story has a happy ending.
Little Mermaid reaches out her hand to Mori.
Mori, will you stay with me?
Mori also reaches out and holds Little Mermaid's hand.
I will. I'd love to. I'd be honored to go with you guys. Are you really sure that's okay?
Of course.
You're part of the team. Let's go together.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, that worked out quite well, Mori.
Yeah, damn, emotional again. I'm rewatching this, but I'm still getting emotional.
Mihara, Uni,
I told you that you wouldn't be going back to the Ark, didn't I?
guess you were right.
Well, put her there.
Mihara extends her hand. Mori grasps Mihara's hand.
I don't mind shaking your hand, but I meant to ask you for your phone again.
My phone?
You're not going back to the Ark, and choosing instead to travel with the Pilgrims. In other words, you're deserting the Ark. You need to get rid of anything that could be used to track your location.
What? Why his choice?
You're right.
Mori fumbles with her phone, then hands it over to Mihara.
Don't mention it. Take care of yourself. And make sure you're getting along with Siren out there. We'll meet again.
Yes, we will. I'm sure of it.
Uni and Mihara turn around and walk towards the Ark. Little Mermaid and Mori watch their figures grow smaller and smaller, till they disappear against the horizon, all the while wishing and hoping they'll meet again someday. So wholesome.
Well,
Love it.
we ought to get going as well. Before we go back to Prince, I'd like to meet up with Hansel and Gretel if possible. Siren, do you know where Hansel and Gretel are?
Well,
What's wrong? Did something happen to them?
if you're intent on fighting alongside Hansel and Gretel, then perhaps it might be better not to go looking for them.
What? What do you mean?
Hansel and Gretel are no longer on humanity's side.
That was the plot twist I was talking about. Okay. Damn. That means they're heretics now. This is not good. It's not good. That wraps up this recording. And for when this makes it into video, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will now move on to the next video for Lost Kingdom. See y'all next time.